looks like we are live. Wait for a few people to start showing up here, but hello everyone on this wonderful Thursday evening. Sorry we were a bit late this evening. We had a few things to take care of, paying rent and all those good things.
Yep.
But we're going to be doing a little giveaway here, just a few minutes of this great little steak anvil here. We had about 500 entries.
Yep,
did
that's
we not?
correct.
About 500 entries, so that was awesome. Most of those were the newsletter that people had signed up. That's a quarterly newsletter that we did. So that's awesome. This great little steak anvil was given to me as a gift by Uncle Buck's Forge. You can find the information to him. I believe he sells these. I'm not sure how many he has left of these, if he has any, but you can go check him out. There'll be links to him in the description down below if you want to go check him out, both to his Etsy store where he sells these and his YouTube channel. So thank you, Uncle Buck, for being such a great friend and giving me one of these so that I can give this back to the community. So thank you very much. Of course, I ground it and finished it and did all that good stuff.
Yep. Yeah, but we had 45 people jump in the stream already, so that's cool.
Awesome. Good to have 45 people here. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah. Robert Waters says that's a cute anvil. This cute little anvil.
It's a very cute little anvil.
It's like as if Olga had a baby almost.
Yeah.
Howdy, Frank Strock.
Hello, Frank. Good to have you in the house this evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Coffee.
Good evening, Mr. Coffee. Hello.
Jared Reynolds, Carrie Brown. Island Model Forge, morning. Hey, you're in this part of the world.
Yeah, what are you talking about, morning? Unless you're just waking up from a nap.
Howdy, Jeremiah.
So meanwhile, while we're waiting for some more people to get in here before we give away this little anvil block, amongst some other announcements, some fun little announcements we have coming up real soon, I'm going to be taking and forging some curtain tiebacks. So, need to make up a few of them here. So we'll be working at that.
Yeah.
So who all do we have here, honey?
Let's see. We have Martin Acosta from California.
Hello, Martin Acosta. Good to have you in the house, sir.
Jeremiah Clamp from Georgia.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Tim Johei from Texas.
Awesome. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. So, can they see the anvil, Jess, or are they just focused on me up here?
If you're going to be at the anvil, I will go ahead and change the angle.
Yep, you need to just move it back so they can kind of see in general the anvil.
Okay.
All I'm doing is just doing some tapering, so
Okay.
if you leave it out wide angle, you should be able to see it just fine.
Okay, there we go. There we go, wide angle. I know. You guys got to see my face for a second while I was changing it.
Yep.
Richard Bonfault from Alaska.
Hello, Richard. Good to have you from Alaska.
Curtis DeVault, we are working on some curtain tiebacks.
Yep. Just some real basic curtain tiebacks. Well, as basic as I like to make them anyhow.
Yeah, let's see.
Some quick ones here.
Red Barn Forge from New York.
Hello, Red Barn Forge. Good to have you.
A few Canadians in the stream. See, Pascal is from Quebec, Canada.
Awesome.
Lars.
Good to have Canadians in the house.
Yeah. DK Candy says Los Angeles represent. Rigid Ironworks, we haven't given anything away yet, but it's good that you're here.
Well, it's good that you're here. We will be giving some things away. Well, one thing away.
Plus some sticker packs. Yeah, we do have.
Plus some sticker packs.
We have some door prizes too.
So I did not get a chance to take and make some of the door prizes that I wanted to take and give away this stream, but I promise I've got a really good reason for my lack thereof. But we do have some sticker packs that we're going to be giving away as door prizes. As you know, we'll ship those anywhere in the world, as well as this steak Anvil that we'll be giving away to one lucky viewer tonight. And whoever had got entered in on this giveaway thing that we were running over our website. So we'll be giving that away to one lucky viewer. And several sticker packs to a few other lucky viewers.
Yeah, we could do some, for the live stream.
Yeah. Just for the live stream crowd.
Yes, Dana, we're starting to get to the end of the pile today. When I got the 10 stickers laid out, and then I did 2 stickers for each pack, and I realized, we're getting down to the bottom of the pile, so we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about that. It's like, how many stickers you sent us I didn't know how long it was gonna take us to go through them, but yeah, we've been giving them away on several of our live streams. Yep, Shamrock Forge Roy does have the Champ Ironworks t-shirt on.
Gotta represent.
New Penny Forge says, hey you two, can't stay long. It's nearly 1 a.m. LOL. Are those tiebacks for curtains in a new room?
They are new curtains, tiebacks.
Sam Towns, good to have you.
Good to have you here, buddy. Thank you for stopping in. So what I'm doing here, give a little explanation if you will. I'm basically, you guys have seen this technique before. I use it in a couple different finials. But I'm making a little sawtooth edge just to give it a little bit more flair. Then I'm tapering it down afterwards a little bit to, again, hopefully they can see that somewhat.
Yeah, I can always zoom in more.
Okay.
For a second.
So,
in we go. It's a little bumpy. There we go.
again, to give these just a little added flair when I make the tie back portion, just so it's just not sitting so plain. There's a lot of things you could do. You could twist this up. You could do a lot of different things. These are just going to be simple. These are just going to be really simple little tie backs. Nothing too special with them. That's what we're making tonight. So they got all these little sawtooth. You don't have to make them all the same. You just want to roughly parse them up about the same amount of material length each time. It's really important that you reforge this back down the square, the original parent bar stock. Otherwise, what'll happen is it'll bend crooked and weird on you when you go to bend this into a hook. Tie back, but again, just a simple sawtooth edge. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second.
Curtis DeVault says, so, what's Roy's going to rant about this stream? LOL. They're fun.
Hopefully no rants. I hope there's no rants on this one.
No, just a giveaway and a big announcement.
Yeah, just a giveaway and a big announcement. We're trying to keep that all hidden like.
We are, so you gotta stick around.
Yeah, so you gotta stick around for a moment. Now, I don't plan on streaming too late, but we said that last live stream, and here we were, like 2.5, 3 hours later, we were still streaming. So hopefully that won't be the case again.
Let's see. New Penny Forge says, I don't think Roy's in the mood for ranting right now. Smiley face, debauch maker, because he's happy. I'm hearing a song in my head right now.
Sorry.
Daniel Crawford, I love Roy rants. Heart, angel, devil emoji, and then it repeats. Is someone expecting a child? Not us.
Nope. Nope, and close your dirty mouth.
I'm sure somebody in the world is, but...
I'm sure somebody out there in the world's expecting a child, but not us. You just shush your dirty mouths.
Rigid Ironwork says, I was going to guess the big announcement, but I'll keep my yap shut.
Just curling that over ever so slightly, just before we take and bend this into a hook.
Ian Franklin says, I figured I'd share the good news, and just under a month, I'm getting my blacksmith shop up and running. I'm super excited.
Awesome, Ann. Congratulations. That is super exciting news. We'll be praying that that goes well for you.
Andre Grenier asked, what size is your hammer?
A 1 3/4 pound.
No, Daniel Crawford, no. Roy's not having a baby.
Little baby. I am a little fatter. I need to work off some of the winter fat. That does need to happen. But no, I'm not having a baby. Jeez. Can't take these people anywhere, hon. You can't take them anywhere.
I know, it's a food baby. Croc is black.
It's a what?
A food baby.
It's a food baby, yeah. The size of a burrito.
Yep, look what you started. Let's see, Granddad says, Roy, did you see Bill Corey do a 90-degree forge weld with flat stock? It was awesome.
Bill Corey. No, I don't believe I've seen that.
The Aimless Adventurer says, I see Chernobyl over there.
So if you guys see that, just an interesting little detail.
Yep, there they go.
Again, it just gives it a little bit of whimsy. Makes people wonder what it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Try to strive for that if you can. Work. Give things just a wee bit of whimsy. Never hurts.
See, David Gray says, love your work. My shift starts soon, so best wishes. Keep it up, Roy.
Hey, thank you, David Gray. Thank you for stopping in, pal.
New Penny Forge says, well, I really need to get back to sleep as I'm up early tomorrow, so congratulations on your news. I'll watch the replay tomorrow to see if I'm right. Good night, guys.
Well, thank you, New Penny Forge. Sweet dreams.
Jared Reynolds says, Roy, thanks for when you gave me your input on my crooked knife, and my current prized blacksmith project I did in my smithing class was my door knocker.
Awesome. You're very welcome. Always glad to help.
See, Charming Hollow Forge, hello to you also.
Hello. Hans, how's it going?
Tommy Wright says, hey, everybody, out at the shop tonight working on some things for my first craft sale.
Awesome. Hope it goes really well for you.
Red Barn Forge says, at the end of Roy's videos, there's a piece of iron in the forge. I'm wondering what it is.
Oh, that is...
It's actually a snowflake.
Yeah, that's something off of one of Jessica's videos that she had made for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little Christmas ornament, a little snowflake Christmas ornament that she made. And did an absolutely wonderful job on it. I might say so, but then again, I'm partial.
Yeah, we were just trying to figure out what to use on our end screens. We were kind of going through our film footage of close-ups of fires, and that was just the first one we came to, and it looked pretty good. So we're like,
Yeah,
we'll go with
that's
that.
pretty good. So that's what it became.
Mm-hmm. James Gotzik says, hi from northern Michigan.
Hello, James.
Charles Boyer says, I love my swedge block.
Woohoo! We are so glad to hear that. Well, I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're glad, but I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
We are. We did send out, yesterday we sent out a notice to the first 10 people on the waiting list, and we're giving them a chance, and then we're going to continue down the list.
If no one takes them, then there'll be more available for sale.
There will be. And of course, Daniel, we have to get yours shipped out soon.
Yep. Yours has already been cleaned up, sitting right there in the back of the vehicle, ready to go. So we just have to get that out, here. We'll probably have it out to you Monday. At the latest, it'll ship Monday, Daniel. So it will be on its way. What else we got, Jeff?
Hanneman Ironworks. No, we did not do the drawing yet. We are building the anticipation.
We're building anticipation. Really, we're just suckering people for more watch time. But, let's be honest here. We're an honest channel. I like to see who my loyal subscribers are. The ones that are loyal. That watch the videos. To the end. To the dire end.
That's right. Yeah, we're up to 87. Not too far from 100 viewers, so that'll be cool if we hit that.
Well, thank you all for being here.
Granddads, I got your email. I haven't had time to watch the video yet about painting with copper, but I am looking forward to seeing that.
While that's slightly warming up there, edge of the fire, I'm going to lay out some more stock. Use a cold chisel to do this. This is a great way of making up stock if you don't have a saw. It's quicker than a saw, generally speaking. It's quieter than a disc, a cutoff wheel on an angle grinder. Yeah, that divided up perfectly, 3 even pieces. So all you gotta do is lay out your stock size, have a starting stock that you're wanting, and then you just use your cold chisel to drive straight down. And you want to be at least a quarter of the way into the bar stock. That's probably going to be good enough. It'll be about a quarter of the way into the material thickness with your cold chisel. Then all you got to do is sit here and break it off. A very quick way, doesn't have to be hot this way, and you can cut your stock to length. And now we're ready to go. Little time-saving tricks like that really do go a long way to have stuff like that in your arsenal. And people have been doing it this way for thousands of years.
Joshua Rose says, you must sleep well at night knowing you have taught many a beautiful craft. Thank you.
I do sleep pretty well at night. I leave it all out there. I try to teach as many people as I can and stay as humble as I can. And contrary to popular belief sometimes.
See here. Oh, we're right on the brink. 99. There we go. We just hit 100.
Yay! Thank you all for being here. All 100 of you. Thank you. All right. While they're finally out, I'm going to do this last little step on these and flatten these out in one plane.
Green B asks, Roy, what size stock was that you just cold cut?
1/4 inch square.
Loof, welcome.
There we go.
Coffee's
I don't know if everybody can see that. So there we go. I'm going to heat that up one more time. And I'm going to try to lay off about the same on the other one. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to end up cutting some of that excess off. It's just best to have too much than not enough. There we go. Another one.
Cool. Rob O'Toole says, I love that sound. Serious case of anvil envy. Harbor Freight anvils and railroad track just don't have the same ring. It's more of a thud on Olga.
But you know what? Any sound coming from an anvil is better than no sound. So don't ever let your anvils go quiet.
John Colley, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Dana says, Roy, you are one of the best guys I have ever met yet. LOL.
Well, there's still a lot of people out there. Plenty of people.
Josh Redmond says, thank you for your feedback on the works that I sent you.
You're very welcome. Glad to do that for you.
Tucker and Maddox, make sure you all smooch the like button. That's a new saying. Coffee's Forge says the super chat isn't working. That's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
YouTube always getting something a little off. Hanneman Ironworks asked where we went on vacation. That's part of the announcement, so...
Yeah, that's part of the announcement, so we gotta keep that a little hush-hush.
We do.
Oh. Well, I guess we could let the cat out of the bag. All right.
Should we do that before the giveaway, or...?
Yeah, let's do it. You know, we got a bunch of people here.
Okay.
So... the big, great announcements and why we're making curtain tiebacks is because we were fortunate enough and very blessed by God to take and get a new home. So we were able to purchase a place in no other than northern Michigan. So we will be moving Christ Center Ironworks that you see here in this lovely 12 by 20 building that you all know and love. And I will be moving up to a 100-year-old 40 by 50 2.5-story barn that I'm absolutely in love with. So I am super excited. The house we're purchasing needs nothing on the inside, so no remodeling there. But I do plan on fixing up and restoring the barn, so there's going to be a lot of videos of that and really making this an absolute awesome destination for people to come hang out, people to visit, people to learn from, and I'll actually have the space.
Right.
I'll have the space to do it. So that is our good news. So we actually took our vacation, was us signing papers on our new house in northern Michigan. Yep, and it's about 4 miles off the coast of Lake Huron. So that's the actual place that we were visiting.
Yep. Yeah. So no, it's not Upper Michigan, or sorry, not Upper Peninsula, but just above the top quarter of Michigan.
Yeah.
So no, we don't live right on the lake, but
we live 4 miles inland from Lake Huron.
Thank you guys for all the congratulations.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah, Green Bee, it is going to have some really pretty views. We posted a picture on Instagram for those of you who follow us on Instagram, and Roy had put it out there. Can you guess where we are? So I think we had a couple of people guess it right.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We're going to be at Quad State this year, Cameron.
Yep, we will be at Quad State. However, I probably won't be there as early as I'd like with the new move and all, so we have quite a bit of work to do there and to get back up and running. There we go. Just did a little fishtail scroll on the end there.
Cool.
Just to make it a little nicer. And now I think this needs a twist.
Yeah.
We were going to go simple, but hey, we're standing here. Why not? Let's make it tough.
So, how will the internet be? Curtis, great question. We are actually going to be able to get high-speed internet, so we are super excited about that.
Yeah, we will actually have way better internet service than what we even had when we were originally doing our live streams way back when we had the 2 camera angles. So we'll have even better internet than that. So we will be able to hopefully get back to what we're thinking about doing is a once a month live stream. Dedicating to that right now. And we will be able to go back to the production value that I am most comfortable with producing. So that's with your 2 camera angles and one on Jess and
Yep.
all that good stuff, and there won't be no
good
stream
live
dropouts
streams.
this time around.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as our computer will hold up.
Yeah, so long as our computer
It
holds
won't.
out.
It won't be the internet's fault though.
Yep. So we will have high-speed internet for once in our lives.
Brian Neely, yeah, Sofa will be a little bit further from us.
Yep.
A bit, but
Yeah, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Tobacco Maker, you're fitting into the mitten. We are.
Yep. We're fitting on into the mitten. That is correct. So where we'll be at is if you look at the mitt, it's like that. From your viewing angle, I think, unless the thing's flipped and reversed.
No, you're good.
So we're not way down here in the mitt. We're not way up here. We're about right there in the mitt.
About 3/4 up.
About 3/4 of the way up. So we're not quite there. But we're within about an hour and a half or so from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan on the Lake Huron side. So super excited.
We are. CM Towns, sorry, I missed this a little earlier on. A $2 super chat, thank you. He said just checking, so good, okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you for checking
Yeah.
in the best way possible. We're going to just twist that by hand because that's the right thing to do right now.
Jeremy Wireman says I was in Frankenmuth at the end of March. Yeah, we've stopped in Frankenmuth on our way up. Aimless Adventure asks, so will you be unable to make videos during the move?
No. I will have... So the way I run the YouTube channel here at Chrysler Ironworks is I film batch videos. So not every video is a batch video. Some of them are spur of the moment. But on the tutorial side of things, on the tutorial videos, everything is on the batch side. So I might set out, make 5, 10, 15 different projects in a day. And all those get edited in 2 or 3 days' time. And then they all get uploaded and thumbnails, and then they're scheduled out. So then I can focus on doing other work and things like that. So I work at getting a whole batch of them done. So there will be videos throughout the entire move. And you'll see more videos here. So you're going to see roughly probably 20 to 30 more videos here in this location. And then you'll start seeing some videos of the actual move and all that good stuff, and hopefully me restoring the barn and turning it into the most epic blacksmith shop on the face of this earth. So, in my own humble opinion, right? Not so humble. The jury's out on Roy's humility. And you know what? I don't care. See, there's 1 point towards the non-humble side, huh?
Yeah. We're keeping track.
Yeah, so there we go. So there's one little curtain tie back. Just very simple. That might have to be adjusted. It may not even work in our situation. I didn't take measurements, but I figured it was a nice tie-in. Usually with a curtain tie back, you're only going to usually use one. You'll usually use one bolt hole or one screw. Usually, so this way it can swivel if you need to kind of swivel out of the way or adjust it to hold the curtains. In this case, it might go back on the wall a bit, and I just put 2 screws on it, and it'll be just fine. So, but there's one there.
Yes.
And if it doesn't work that way, these will become like jacket hooks or something like that. You can always find a place for a hook.
That's right.
Always find a place for a hook.
Yes, I just added Uncle Buck's Forge as a moderator because I realized our original moderators, they haven't been coming to the live streams too often, so it doesn't hurt to add a couple of new ones in there.
Which I don't blame them because we didn't do live streams for a while, so they kind of slack off.
Yeah. So yeah.
Bunch of slackers.
Let's see, Andrew Smith. No, we did not reveal the winner yet, so you are in time for that.
And we'll hear very soon, like.
Curtis DeVault says Roy Rant. Whoop. Let's see. Ian Franklin says, when you got your shop up and running, did you have to notify the local firefighting crew that you were doing blacksmithing? I ask because a lot of locals in my towns are touchy about fire these days.
I think it really depends on where you're at. our particular location, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I have not talked to anybody in the fire department or anything like that, as we're still trying to transition and move there. They do have certain times of the year that they have kind of burn bans and things, so I will have to work around that. I'll probably be using a gas forge, which is no big deal during those times, but plenty of people up there burn brush and have campfires and do things like that. And where we're at is in agricultural. It's zoned as agricultural, and part of that zoning is that they have very specifically stated, this is a farm, there will be fires, there will be smoke, there will be smells associated with agriculture and farming and things like that. There'll be equipment noise sometimes in late hours and stuff like that. So very similar to the same zoning where we live now. So it's a very similar zoning. So in your own personal area, it's always good to ask. But then sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. Sometimes you can open up a big hornet's nest too if you involve too many people giving you decisions on what you can and cannot do. Some people just don't mind and wouldn't care, as where other people would make a big deal about it and things like that. So if you're going to live in a neighborhood that seems like people would care, then you want to keep your hammering to a minimum in the PM hours, and you'll probably want to take and use a gas forge of some kind, just so this way you're not releasing a bunch of coal smoke into your neighbor's barbecue that he's trying to have outside while his kids swimming in the swimming pool. And they're busy turning charcoal gray when they get out of the swimming pool. You're not going to have a nice neighbor for too long that way. But where we're at, it's zoned agricultural, and so I don't think that'll be an issue. But always good to check on that if you're really concerned about it. Or there's that other adage you can adhere to, is that don't ask, don't tell. If somebody don't care, then don't make them care. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That kind of thing. So there's hook number 2.
Awesome. What the Forge Maker Studio, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Hey, thank you, sir.
He says congrats on the new place. So happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh. All right, so how many people we got in the live stream,
We
huh?
are up to 115.
115.
Yeah.
Good golly goodness. That is the most we've ever had in any live stream. Thank you all so much for being here. So now let's see how many of them leave now that we do the drawing, huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
You want to do the
it's a good
drawing?
time.
Let's see how many true hardcore fans we got in the house this evening.
All right.
Oh. Now I say that in jest. People have lives, so if you've got a life and you need to go do something like go play with your kids, right?
If it's like midnight.
Like go do that, right? If you need sleep because you're gonna be dragging your butt to work, go do that. That's what watching these things on the replay are for. So we don't want to hold you up from doing life, okay?
Yes, that's right. Neville Your Forge says, I bet you'll be left with 65 people after the drawing.
There's a good chance of it. So, also, I don't know if James, I overscheduled on James at County Line Forge again for live streams. Sorry about that, James. I'm right in the middle of a move and a bunch of other stuff, so apologize again, but I don't have any other time the rest of this month to be doing live streams, or next month. I'm going to be too busy moving equipment. So, with that being said, once we end the stream, if James is still going, go check out James at County Line Forge. He's a great guy. All right.
Oh, Uncle Buck found the pink bouncy ball. That's good. She's still sad about that.
Thank you, Mr. All right. So right here is what we're giving away. This is what most of you probably came to see, not me running my mouth. And we have some other door prizes we're going to be giving away.
Should I show them?
Sticker packs. Yeah, you should show them off, honey.
Okay, we have a couple different styles.
They'll
of
come to you in a
stickers.
white envelope. Can they see it here?
Lovely white, yes.
Yep.
And some of them are opaque, and then some of them are like transparent.
Yep, so you can stick them on a car or, something where you've got color underneath that you want to come out. Great thing like that. And those were provided to us by?
Dana Maggiore.
Dana Maggiore is providing us these great vinyl stickers. Thank you, Dana, for those. We do greatly appreciate that. So, we've got so many great subscribers. In fact, I have videos coming up here soon. I'm going to make you wait just even longer.
They are. It's up to 125. The
Yeah,
anticipation.
Alan Schoenert had made these mallets for me because I do a lot of copper bowls, and I did a review on them. He made these for me and sent them to me free of charge, just as a gift. And so I just told him, hey, you know what? I'll make you a review on these and send some traffic your way. He does have these for sale, so be on the lookout for the review for that. But I've been loving and enjoying these mallets. As you can see, they're already getting their use in my shop. They were a lot prettier than this before they were in my shop. Now not so much, but really great mallets. Anyways, yeah, I got those in the mail the other day. And I also got in the mail a custom handmade pin. I don't have that on me because it's too nice to have out in the blacksmith shop.
That's right.
So I don't have that.
It's inside in our workroom.
All right, what do we got, honey?
Okay.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, we're
All right,
good.
everybody's good? Everybody ready for this?
We are.
It's a clear bucket, so you guys can see there are names in here.
It's kind of, yeah, the camera just picks it up as a white blur, kind of, but there's, it took me a little while to cut all those out.
Yeah, just a little bit. We'll make sure all those stay in there.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want to draw the name
Sure.
this time around?
Yep.
Okay.
Some of them have emails on them, so I'll try not to reveal your email.
All right, so here. So go ahead and look away.
Okay.
Away as you dig. Look away.
Okay. I think
Someone's going to get this great one. Make sure you stay around for the door prizes.
Okay.
Who won it, honey?
Cover the email. Marty Hopper.
Marty Hopper. Congratulations, Marty.
So this one was from our newsletter list, so I don't have their country, or I don't know where they're from, like
Yep.
we do with the downloads. But yep, Marty Hopper. So
Marty Hopper, thank you for signing up to our newsletter. Thank you, everyone who entered for the drawing. Thank you. I'm glad to be able to give this away to somebody. I did take this up to 320 grit finish with the flat disc, and then I buffed it ever so slightly to give it a little nice polish. So thank you, Marty Hopper, for entering that.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congrats.
Yep.
All right, do we want to give away a couple sticker packs, huh?
Sure. Are we gonna draw from the bucket, or do you want to do some of the?
I want to
live
draw
stream
from the
attendees?
people that's in here.
Okay,
The people
awesome.
who are giving us love right now.
I'll put the bucket to the
Yep,
side
put the
for
people
now.
away. We'll
Yeah.
give away a few sticker packs now and a few sticker packs later.
Sounds good. Do you want half of them?
Huh?
Do you want half?
Yeah.
Okay. Stickers! Yay!
Yay! So you don't have a dirty blacksmith hand touch your white, pretty
Well,
white
you're
envelope
gonna
here.
see the
so.
fingerprints on it.
All right, so what Jessica's going to do it is on our screen. You're going to see some shaking and wobbling here in a second.
Earthquake!
What she's going to do is she's going to scroll up and down real quick in the comment section, and wherever her finger lands, that person is winning a sticker bundle.
That's right.
There won't be no repeats, so if we land on your name twice, you're not going to get two of these. We'll select somebody else just above you or below you there. So, all right, Jessica, go ahead and give me the first name.
Dun 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 dun. Ghost Forge!
Ghost Forge. Congratulations, you're a winner of a sticker bundle here. Oh.
Is our number
Just
one.
get in contact with us over at christcenteredforge@gmail.com to let us know that you won here and your screen name, Ghost Forge.
And your mailing address.
And
of
your
course.
mailing address, and we'll get you this shipped out as soon as possible. It'll go out with the Anvil blocks that I need to package and ship.
Yeah, we'll have a big ship day.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Who's the next one?
See, I'm gonna try to scroll up a ways too. Let's see, and Metal Man.
Metal Man. Congratulations, Metal Man. You won the next sticker pack. Little door prize. We do this so this way you guys don't feel so bummed that you didn't win the big item, the steak anvil. So I hope you guys appreciate it. And thank Dana Maggiore. Everybody said thank you, Dana, down there in the comment section. Drop him down and give him some clapping hands for giving us these so this way we can, again, bless others. He blessed us so then we can propagate that blessing out there into the community, and we thank you all for being here. So, give away one more, honey.
All right.
Go, 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 go.
Go, go, go to Jeremy Wireman.
Jeremy Wireman, congratulations. You won another sticker bundle. See, they're all a little different. All a little different. She's kind of mixed them up there a bit. So you never know what you might get.
He says, "Woo! Thank you so much." Very welcome.
Congratulations. All right. So we got 2 more here we're going to give away right now. We got another half of. We got what? Another 5 more to give away a little bit later. So.
Yep.
All right.
Right. Alrighty, let's
Who's
go
next?
to Curtis DeVault.
Hey, Curtis DeVault. Congratulations, sir. Longtime member of the channel. Congratulations. You get a sticker pack. I'll let my fire die here in just a second.
Yeah, can't do that.
Nope, we're going to keep that nice and bolstered up there. All right, the last one for right now.
For now.
Until later.
Until later.
Until later.
Alright. It is Nevelier Forge.
Nevelier Forge, congratulations, buddy. You have won a sticker pack. Boom. Just like that. Got yourself some Christ Center Ironworks merch. Brought to you by courtesy of Dana Maggiore.
Alright, so I got everybody's username written down.
All right,
so make
everybody
sure.
needs to contact us through our email at christcenterforge@gmail.com so we can get your address and we can get these shipped to you pronto. Huh?
That's correct.
Pronto. So, thank you all very much for being here. So now how many people we got? It went down to 12, didn't it?
131 actually.
Woohoo! 131, we keep going up. Thank you all for being here. Well, I guess this monkey ought to dance then, huh? Get back to forging.
Yeah. Wilderness Living? Yes, we're glad that you're looking forward to our next video.
Yeah. Thank you, Wilderness Living. Let's hope it'll be a good one.
Let's see, Stevie Wonder, you're asking how you win. Our main giveaway was done from anybody who either purchased a download during the second half of April, or also
Or got a free download.
Yep, free or paid, or just signed up for our newsletter over at our website, www.christcentedironworks.com or blacksmithpdfs.com. They're both the same website, they just have different landing pages. And, that way you just get an update like once a month from us and kind of first find out some new and exciting things. Cameron Ironworks asks, what's tomorrow's video?
I have not decided yet what tomorrow's video is going to be. Haven't posted it on the schedule yet. I got several of them. I'm thinking about continuing my little chasing tool video series.
Awesome Sausage says, thanks Christ Center Ironworks for putting this on.
Hey, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. This wouldn't be much of a show unless there was people here watching it. So thank you all for coming on by. And when we get to Michigan, it's going to get a lot better. A lot more epic. You can trust that.
Graham says, I have great items from you, so I'm happy to see others get some.
Awesome, Graham. Graham Pepper's been a part of the channel for a real long time, and we certainly do appreciate him. Been with us for almost since the beginning.
That's right. One of our first of a couple hundred subscribers at this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Forge. If you want to have some stickers, make it with Dana Maggiore. Stevie Wonder, glad you enjoy our channel.
Yeah, super glad.
Caldwell says prizes and giveaways are great, but nothing's better than the information and knowledge that you're passing on to us newbies.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. Thank you. I do try to put a lot into the videos. Yeah, I had a recent video come out. It was talking about kind of my teaching style and attitude and the way that I approach things, and again, arrogance and talking down to people and things of that nature. And you know, overwhelmingly, there was a great response to that video. Quite a few people said that they never felt like I was arrogant or talking down to them, and I greatly appreciate those sentiments. And you know, it's funny when we're on. So this is going to be kind of like a watered down rant, if you will. But it's funny being on YouTube. You know, like no one's sitting here paying me to take and make videos. It's just something that I want to do out of my own volition because I want to leave a bit of a legacy behind for the next generation. And you know, I've decided to continue making videos because I've had so many mentors, and I have been so unbelievably fortunate and just absolutely blessed to be able to learn from some really awesome blacksmiths out there, true masters of this craft. And I just want to pass that on. And unfortunately, there's always a few bad actors out there that think that I owe them something by being here. I owe them to talk quicker. I owe them to not talk at all. I owe them to put on the type of music they like. I owe them something. And I don't owe not a single person on the face of this earth nothing. Nothing at all. In fact, at one time I was even thinking about going to a completely silent channel and let people figure things out on their own. Because I was just kind of fed up with the constant drive. So you guys might see one bad comment, but I see like 400 of them a month. Mm-hmm. That's 400 negative people calling you everything but a white person. And so a lot of people make that out like, oh, just ignore the haters. Don't listen to them. But you don't have 400 people calling you out on your stuff. Mm-mm. Day in, day out.
Kind of wears on you.
So it kind of wears on you. And I can really say that the only reason why I continue to verbally teach people what I know, and yes, I do know it, and if anybody has a better way of doing it, then they can prove it to me by showing it. That's the only way you're going to get this rockhead to go your way, is by showing me your way is better. I'm all into seeing what your swinging is going to do, what your outcome or your product's going to do, not what your mouth does in the meantime. So when it comes to that, you know, the only thing that keeps me from going to a complete silent channel is this great community that watches the videos, that says things like that during this live stream. That means a lot right here to this old guy right here in my hardest of hearts. It really does mean a lot to hear someone say, hey, I learned something because of that, or I was struggling with this, but because I listened to you, because I pushed through your brutish attitude and all this other stuff, I actually learned something that I didn't know. And then that really helped me with something I was struggling with. And those type of comments, I cannot tell you guys how much they mean the world to me. They really do. They really keep this content flowing like that. Because ultimately, a lot of guys, I've seen a lot of mastersmiths out there just basically shut up. They stop teaching. They get tired of having somebody come in and tell them that they're dead wrong in this day of armchair warriors out there. And, you know, they've just gotten tired of teaching. And that is a scary thing, because then it becomes the blind leading the blind. And that could be seen as an arrogant statement. It's just a truthful statement. It may hurt someone's feelings. It just is. It's the blind leading the blind. You know, just like everybody drowns things, forge welds with flux when they don't need it. And it doesn't do what they think it needs to do. Again, it's just kind of, if there's not somebody out there countering that argument and saying, hey, this is in the last decade of my life, I've learned to do it this way. without so much flux. Those sort of things, like those little kind of things going back and forth, it's good to have those varieties of opinions and multitudes of those, and those need to be fully expressed and freely shared, even out here on the internet, because we have so many new people coming to this that have such a fire in their hearts and invigoration in their souls trying to take and do blacksmithing, either for a living or a hobby, and they just found it, and they found their passion, their love. And we need those old guys' voices. Those guys that have been there, done that, did that 10 times. You know what I mean? Over. We need those guys to be able to feel like they can freely share and help correct people who are going down a way that's going to injure them someday, or that's going to lead to just countless hours of failure. You got to be able to take and have those guys be able to do that. And so it's an interesting balance. So you guys out there that follow us here at Christ Center Ironworks, be that positive influence, be that thing when you see somebody else, try to use constructive, critiquing, not criticism, but critiquing of someone else's work or style or whatever. And better yet, instead of thinking that ask them why they do something a particular way that they're doing it, and try to understand where they're coming from on their point of view. And that will go a lot further along. You'll by far learn a ton more than you would by just telling them that they're dead wrong for something they're doing, just because your favorite YouTube star said so. And yes, that even goes for guys like me. You may think I'm your favorite, but I am not the Dalai Lama of blacksmithing here. So find some other people's opinions.
The Dalai Lama.
Find some other people's opinions here, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously.
Oh man.
Ran over, small rant.
Okay, that was totally a rant, but that's okay. They were asking for it, right? So
Yeah, they asked for it.
You guys can't complain.
Well, it's not really a rant, it's just,
Yeah.
it's common sense. Unfortunately, that's lacking a lot in certain circles.
Let's see. Okay, there's been so many good comments. I'm gonna try to get caught up. Rusty Hub Tap, Roy and Jess, did you get the new mallets? Yes, we did.
Yes,
We got them
Rusty Hub Tap.
yesterday. Red Barn Forge asks, when does one become a mastersmith?
So that is an interesting and hotly debated topic, or could be one. Very hotly debated. I have several differences of opinions on this one myself. So you could take my words with a grain of salt here. I believe that you have become to a point where you could be a mastersmith, and really becoming a mastersmith has a lot to do with accolades. So that means you have got experience and time in the craft, and you have proven your abilities, that means your actual, true, tangible abilities at the mastery of this craft. So whether that is, and I will say it like this, the mastery of the fundamentals of this craft. The actual bits there is what makes you or doesn't make you a mastersmith. Now, there's another element that comes along with that. The other element that comes along with that is peer review. We don't really have that here in the United States because everybody gets hurt if you say, well, you're not good enough yet to be something. Everyone gets hurt. I get hurt. You get hurt. Jessica gets hurt. Everybody gets hurt if you get told that, hey, you're simply just not cut out right now for that specific title. It is not earned by time in craft, because there's guys that have been doing it for 30 plus years that are doing work on the level of guys that I've seen have only been doing it for 5 years as far as skill level work and fit and finish, so that you can't really apply just age as the determining factor for being a master smith. Now, you can compare somebody's works, because as we age and get older, and as you've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in the forge, your body breaks down. It's a physical craft, and there's some things that eventually you won't be able to do anymore or do as well. You know, vision doesn't get as good as it used to, right? And things like that. And so some things start kind of progressing downhill for you. That's not everybody. I'm not talking to the people who just getting into the craft, who maybe, you know, you're an older guy and you're just getting into it. I'm talking about somebody who's wore down their body over years and years at the forge, and they have something to prove. They have past works to show. Those guys are master smiths. A great example of this is a guy by the name of Clay Spencer. In my opinion, he is a master smith here in America. He is one of the master smiths here in America. Clay Spencer does not do that much hand forging anymore. The man's 80 plus years old. He doesn't have to. He has nothing to prove anymore. He's done all that, and he is accepted by all of his peers as a master smith. So that's the way it worked. Tom Latney, again, master smith. He's been at it 30 years. He has time. He has experience, and then he also has work that you can look back on, past experience-wise. That just, go ahead and try it. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead and try copying the work that he was doing back in 1987. Mm-hmm. You just, today it's like really tough. And he was doing that, 30 years ago, even. So, again, he has the time and the efforts in the craft. So he is a master smith.
Anna says, Roy, did you just call me old? LOL.
But I've known a lot of guys, and this is where age is not a determining factor, because I've met a lot of guys, again, that you would assume their bravado is like, I'm something, I forge, I've been forging for the last 3 decades of my life, and then you watch them make some of the simplest things, and they hold their hammer goofy, and the thing comes out lumpy like a first-year student at a blacksmithing school, and you're like, what? You've been doing this 30 years, and then, again, he might have been doing one thing for 30 years, but that doesn't necessarily qualify him as particularly a master. So, my ideal of a master, this is a long-winded answer, I get it, but it's a complicated question. My ideal of a master smith is somebody who has mastered the fundamentals, the fundamental forging exercises of the forge. That mastery can take place at several different stages in life, but they have to be able to do that and then be able to manage that forging process in a way that they can teach or otherwise make sense to someone else. And you'll see those guys right out the gate who are good at that. We're all good at something better than others at other things. That's all that. But you should be able to forge weld. And I'm not talking about just making Damascus. You should be able to forge weld. That means you should be able to do all the basic fundamental forge welds of this craft. You should be able to take it and do those in a project format. That means lay out a project and work to that scale or work to that drawing efficiently and effectively. That's something that I've got a long way to work on myself. That's something I got a long way to work on. Because I just kind of wing it. But that's not good master smith material there. I need to be able to take and make something. And I've done it on occasion, but there's been a lot of kind of like faking it till I make it kind of deal going on. So those are what I believe is the qualifications of mastersmith. Now people don't like that term, they think it's derogatory. Anytime that you claim that someone is better than someone else, there's always going to be a fight that ensues. Somebody has always heard about maybe their favorite guy didn't get added to that list. But I wouldn't get too hung up on titles, especially if you're just getting into this. And I will tell you this from a business standpoint. There is no customer here on the face of this earth that cares about your titling in the blacksmithing field. They don't care about your argument you just had with some young man on Facebook. They don't care about how many people you taught. They don't care about your bravado. They care about the ironwork at hand and whether it's valuable to them and if it's worth the money that you are asking for it. They couldn't care less. You can sell them whatever story you want. You can tell them that unicorns are going to poop pots of gold for them And if that's something they're willing to bite on, hook, line, and sinker, well, you probably don't sleep well at night, or maybe you do. I wouldn't. But you know, that is the buyer's kind of choice to take and do there. They can buy from that. But that doesn't have anything to do. So a lot of guys will say, well, you can't really sell your work because you're not good enough yet. You know, you're not a master yet. If that was the case, then I would not be in business for myself. I wouldn't be teaching people on YouTube. If I had to wait to be some sort of glorious mastersmith in order to sell my wares. Hopefully that answered that question. Man, that's a Roy rant. I said I wasn't going to rant, darn it.
Look at that.
Look at them, they're getting me. They're getting me, Jess.
They are. Jeff Stanley says, I have nothing to prove, only things to finish, like the Nürnberg that I started from researching Tom's work to better my own.
Yep, Tom is an amazing smith. If you guys don't know him, you should really check out Tom Latané. I love his work. I'm a complete fanboy. So, again, I'm heavily biased towards him.
A Sprinkle Donut Forge says, you are a masterful smith, Roy. Own it.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I don't know about it, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. The biggest thing I could say nice about myself is I have an attention to detail. That's what I like to do. I like the process. I like making clean forgings. If there's something I don't know, I want to get engrossed in it and figure it out. That's what I like to do. So I'm always on the hunt for new knowledge. And I don't think my personal self, I will ever top out at my own satisfaction to say, yeah, I'm a mastersmith. No. Now, other people may call me that 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, a year from now. I don't know. But where I'm at in my life is a journey. This is a journey for me. And, teaching the next generation. I like serving the Lord. Those are the things I like to do. If that earns me master some point in time, great. So be it.
Charming Follow Forge says, Roy, would you be interested in a dragon's head hammer?
Would I be interested? I guess I could be. Be very interested. Sounds like a neat hammer. I know you've made a sharp hammer there for Yamez at Island Metal Forge. That thing turned out pretty sweet. Really well done.
See, Brent Phillips says, I'm going to take a class with Mark Asbury this weekend. I'm amped.
Yes. Mark Asbury is an absolute wonderful smith, and I would consider Mark Asbury a master smith. In my opinion. I've gotten to take a class with him before. In fact, he was in a class. I didn't actually take a class from him, but he was in a class that I was a part of, that I took with Tom Latané, a Canadian guy by the name of Matt Jenkins, also a wonderful smith. He'd be about the level of a journeyman smith. Tom Latané was in the class. Mark Asbury was in the class. And we were all taking a class from Peter Ross, who was a master blacksmith for Colonial Williamsburg for 30 plus years. So that was one star-studded class, and I was out of my element, for sure. I felt like a simpleton, sitting amongst giants, man. It was great. Yeah, Mark Asbury's a cool dude. When you take the class, you ought to ask him about me if he remembers me. You probably don't, but I was the giddy little schoolgirl following him around like a fanboy, so.
MV Church says, hi Roy, thank you for being an inspiration for me.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could inspire you. Hopefully it's inspired you to do some good works out there.
Hanneman Ironworks asks, are you going to make a ton of hand-forged items for the new house?
Yes, I am. So So part of that, I plan on making some hand-forged hinges for the barn. In my French Baroque styling, I plan on making a ton of wall sconces and things like that to light the doorways. I plan on adding a lot of forged elements to our home. So I have something that I can do that to now. I will be making a large sign, a very large forging sign. Again, if you're in the northern Michigan area, when we get up there and stuff and do that, I will not be that hard to find.
No, won't be.
I will be the only guy with an Anvil mailbox and probably the only guy with all the ironwork sitting on a really gorgeous restored barn. So it's going to take me a couple years to do it just because those projects take a long time, and I have orders and customers' orders and YouTube videos to film about it and
Yeah, it's definitely a long-term project.
all that good stuff. So yeah.
Isaac asked, what made you decide to move up to Michigan?
Opportunity. It was the opportunity. It was the opportunity to, Lord, be able to provide us a home completely debt-free. So we don't owe anything on the place. We own it outright. It was an opportunity for that. It was an opportunity to expand my shop space by 6 times the shop space.
Can't hate that.
And it's just a good change. It's going to be a good change for us. We've been needing a change for a while, and it will allow that door of opportunity for me to expand. And at every turn, the way the Lord has been working for us, at every turn, things have just lined up. Everything's lined up, and that's how you know that it's the Lord working in your life, is when everything lines up a lot easier than it should. Like, for instance, high-speed internet, we're going to have what is it, 40 megabytes upload?
20.
What is it, 20? We're going to have 20 megabytes upload and 400 download speed, megabytes a second download speed there. Plenty enough to run a live stream on YouTube with dual cameras and run OBS software and things like that. So I'll actually be able to go back to my live streams with, the multi-camera angles on the Anvil and the switching and stuff. So that lined up. I needed a much larger shop. I needed electricity to it. It already has electricity there. What more is there to say? 100-year-old barn, I wanted something to look very cinematic, I wanted something to be a really cool place that I could restore. I've always wanted to hand build my own stuff. Now I get to restore a 100-year-old barn with hand-hewn beams, and I get to actually hew my own lumber and do that sort of thing anyhow. And then eventually I plan on building us a timber frame house. I plan on building us a timber frame home at some point. I get to do all those things. Got enough acreage. A lot of places you might find might only be a little tiny corner thing. We've got 8 acres we can stretch out on. We'll be able to have people out. We'll be able to teach eventually there. I've got to find out all the specifics and things on that before I can let that to be a deal. So just opportunity after opportunity, just things straight up lined up. It was available. It was a fluke. It's just everything went together, and just phenomenally blessed right now to even have an opportunity at it. And I think it's going to be a great thing for growth. And since we own it and things like that, we get to grow our kids up there. And one of my things as a dad, I was moved around a bunch as a military kid, and one of the things I've wanted to do, not that was a bad thing, my dad had to do what he had to do for our country, and I salute him for that. And our family had to move a bunch and couldn't make a lot of friends when I was younger and things like that, and I always said to myself, when I get older, I'm going to make sure that my kids have that opportunity, that they can grow up in one spot and they can have a place they can call home. They can come back to. They can call that a landing spot. They can always come home. And so I get to be able to do that. So there's a lot of great things. And then one of the last things is here in the Ohio area, there was nothing, and I do mean nothing in our price range that was reasonable and there was things in our price range, but they didn't have anything. Like amenities or the things we needed, or the
And they were gonna
homes
need
needed like
severe remodeling.
the homes needed like 50 grand worth of remodeling and things like that. So yeah, that's just how the Lord worked out, and we're taking this crazy big leap of faith and saying we're doing it.
We are. Yeah, Charming Hollow Forge says, "Congrats, guys! Awesome opportunity. Grab it and go. No looking back." Yeah, it is a huge opportunity, and we are super excited about it. But it is also tough leaving. Like, we have been here 12 years, the whole time we've been married, and so it is kind of scary, like leaving all our friends, our contacts, the family members that live here too. But we are looking forward to all the opportunities that we will have there.
And for all my peeps that live out here in Ohio, it's not like I'm leaving you forever. I will be coming back and forth. I've got over a decade of business contacts here in the Montgomery County area, just outside of Dayton there, and I still have to do some soliciting of business and things like that around here.
And Roy does
so I'll
still have
still be
his-
back and forth.
Yeah, he's still doing his classes that he has scheduled and everything.
Yeah, and I'll still be going to Quad State this year and things like that. So
Ohio does seem like a good central region for a lot of other states where people are willing to travel to come take classes.
yep, and I'll be one of them. I'm hoping to be able to offer some more private lead classes of up to a few guys at my new workshop once I get things set up and settled. I'm not going to put that up just yet as a thing that I'll actually do because I need to get moved in first. I need to get back to regular daily business before I promise out to that. So, and if you haven't guessed yet, this place has a lot of windows, lots of curtains. You have to forge two because they're by.
Yeah.
The curtains open up by that way.
Uncle Buck's Forge, I'm just a little slow, never been a mod before, LOL. Well, hopefully we didn't throw you off, because, well, yeah, when you tap on people, it'll give you some options on their name.
Yeah. You tap on them and they'll give you a few options on their name, and they'll be like, do you want to put this person in timeout?
Put them in timeout.
I'm going to put them in timeout. You want to beat them to submission? No, it won't give you that option. If it did, I might be a moderator. Some days.
Red Barn Forge says, Roy's blacksmithing summer camp, question mark.
Like a blacksmithing boot camp.
Uh-huh.
So I got an ideal on something like that, and give it to you guys what you're thinking. How many people we got watching, by the way?
140.
140. Oh, wow. Gee whiz.
We had 153 not too
Thank
long
you
ago.
all so much for being here. Wow. That's, give yourself a round of applause. That is the most amount of people we've ever had in the stream.
Corey Shire, we are going to be in the Alpena area.
Yep. Be in the Alpena area. One of the things I was thinking about, if I ever do a class like that, do like a summer workshop or something of that nature, where I can get to that point, I would like to do like an intense, do it like a 1 month thing. So like a 4-week course. You live, you work, you sleep, eat, and breathe blacksmithing, and we eat, sleep, and breathe together fundamentals. Fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. And I mean everything, to where when you leave, you are proficient in all the fundamentals. All the different types of welds, all the different tapers, all the different punching of holes, all the bends, all the joints, all the rivets, joints, all the, tenons, mortise and tenons, things like that you're proficient in those.
MV Church says, I would love to be in that class.
That would be something to do. The big trick of it would probably be cost, I would imagine, for some people. To be able to put that on, and food, and stay, and lodging, and all that. I would love to do a class like that if it wasn't cost prohibitive. So, we'll have to see what we can work out.
Big Dog Forge says, hang on, let me scroll to it. I would sign up for camp, sounds great.
Hey, Tim. Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to have you in the stream. And I would love to have you in camp. You could be like a camp counselor of sorts. There for the Smith spiritual development in the forge.
Yeah, a bunch of people would be down for that.
Awesome.
Just tell me when. So.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and draw some tapers on this.
Okay.
And then after that, we can give away a few more sticker packs if you like them.
Okay.
One.
Yeah, for those of you who are just joining us, Marty Hopper was the winner of the miniature anvil steak anvil, and we gave away 5 sticker packs, and we'll be giving away 5 more.
Keep forging until it's clean.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Zuthel offered to bring the smoker.
Ooh. See, now it's getting good.
Yeah. Yamas said he'll be the fun police.
You'll be the fun police?
Uh-huh.
Making sure people are having fun?
Or not having too much.
Or not having too much fun? That's the question.
That is.
And it being Yamez being the police on that, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. So guys, I'm really looking forward to this. Guys and gals, I should say. I really am looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a great move. Obviously, crazy scary. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of things to think about. A lot of equipment to move over the next month or so. It's going to be a wild ride.
Have a good night, Tim.
Good night, brother. We'll catch you on Sunday. Hopefully you're back by then. We'll see. For any of you all who don't know Tim over at Big Dog Forge, you should go check him out. He's got a wonderful live stream, great channel. Has a great Sunday morning live stream that I like to be a part of whenever I get a chance. Great community that comes from here and goes over there. So if you don't know Tim over at Big Dog Forge, you should definitely go check him out. So any questions, Jess, or anything that's going on in the stream I should know about? Or?
Sure. Will Lothridge, the project is some curtain drawbacks, and Roy's got over off to the side over here. You can see he's got several for me so far. This would be number 5. Unliving Late 92 says, would you recommend learning how to make things as a priority?
No, I would not. I'd recommend practicing your fundamentals. So, too many guys try to skip this part. I know I did when I first got into it. Well, one, I didn't have no one to teach me the fundamentals at first, so it's a little bit different time. when I got into blacksmithing, there was not online forums that I knew about. I didn't even know anything about getting on computers or internet or anything else like that. So that was Jessica's department. So the most I had was, you know, what I could read in books and or watch a DVD on the subject. So given that, we live in a digital age where you can watch me draw a taper on something, and you're watching me do this, and I'm whipping these things out very quickly. The only reason why I can do these effectively and efficiently is because I have a firm foundation in the fundamentals of forging. And so my big thing that I like to teach is practice your hammer blows. Practice your basic hammering technique. Practice, practice, practice. Draw out a taper. Say, I'm aiming for an inch. Inch, if it's an inch and a quarter, not good enough. Cut it off, aim for an inch. Once you get those down, aim for a quarter of an inch taper on the end of a bar. Blunt tapers, shallow thin tapers. Practice, practice, practice those fundamentals. And it's going to look like a whole lot of wasted energy and effort. But when you go to take and make that project like a fire poker that requires 4 tapers involved in it, you're going to beast out those tapers like nobody's business. And you'll be able to move on to the more fancy things on the project, like twisting. Practice your twist. Cut off a bunch of bars. Do different things to each bar. Twist them up. See what works, see what doesn't. Keep practicing until you get things that are aesthetically pleasing and write down your notes. What you did to get what effect. And then when you add those to something like that same fire poker, now you're building up your work in a project that other people would think is really super complex, but it's just a compilation of those individual fundamental forging practices all grouped together into one project. So a great smith, the very first guy I ever learned from, by the name of Wayne Apgar, I asked him, what can I do to take, it was the very first class I ever took, what can I do to learn as much as I can to get the most out of this? Because I don't know, I was on scholarship, I didn't have a lot of money, I was like, you know, what can I do to learn the most and get the most value from this class, as I don't know if I'll ever get a chance at taking a class again. He told me, learn the process, not the project. He said if you learn the process, you can take that home to your own forge and apply it to whatever project you want. If you just learn the project, like, okay, he said 3 inches, I always forge this out at 3 inches, you will be creatively stifled. You will always be only able to make that thing, that item. And you won't move outside of that until somebody else teaches you another project. You go take a class and you learn how to make a rose. Well, then you'll always make the rose exactly the same way that you were taught to make the rose, and you won't be able to experiment with other forms because you did not learn the process, you just did the project. So that is my answer for that. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that was helpful. Those are long-winded replies, but they're complex replies.
We are rolling up on 9 o'clock, Roy.
Rolling up on 9. That's not too bad. We've only been an hour and a half at it, huh?
Yeah. Just know you have a class tomorrow, so.
Yeah, I do have a class I gotta teach tomorrow, so I don't want to keep doing this too long. We'll probably finish these up then. What else we got, Jess?
Let's see. Richard Baumstock says, where I live, I depend on technology to learn. I have subscribed to several of the guys Roy recommended and love suggestions. Learn the process and practice. Great advice.
Yep.
Oh man says, Jess wants to go to bed. No, actually we normally put our kids to bed about this time, so just keeping that in mind for me and Mom Papa.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yeah, that, and I've got an all-day workshop I'm teaching tomorrow, so I've got to be somewhat rejuvenated for that whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
That whole shebang.
Techronmatic says the blacksmith beads are a good way to practice basic twist and getting uniform twist.
Very good to know. Well, I think that's good enough. Just need to get these hot now. Roll those tips on them. Yeah, so things like what I'm doing here. Just as an example, these stair steps here. These stair steps that I'm putting into this piece. Okay? These stair steps that I'm putting into this piece, these are all requiring a half on, half off glow. But they're also all creating a taper. They're all creating a taper, if you will. Now you say, okay, well that's not really magical, Roy. But being able to understand the process, you can take this to something else. There's trammel hooks that use this process. So again, I may only be doing what looks like a simple operation, but if you notice, these are divided up nice and evenly into half-inch segments or 12.5 millimeter segments. That doesn't come easy. That is a practicing of the fundamentals. When you understand the fundamentals of the craft, you know how to make the metal move and pinch the material where you need it, draw it where you need it, upset where you need it, and then the process comes along very quickly like this. If you'd like to try this, go to your own forge and practice putting in half-inch shoulders like this to create a trammel hook. Just try this on the end of a bar, and you'll see that it's very difficult. But the reason why it's difficult is because you haven't gained the motor skills yet. That's why it's important to practice. It's important to practice those fundamentals because you haven't gained those motor controls yet in your hands. Because I'm holding, when this hammer's coming down, I'm making, this is up at a tangent. And if I came down like this, it wouldn't be no good. So I'm coming down and I'm adjusting that hammer pitch at each blow to fit the work. So it's fine motor skills in the hammer. This isn't just a big chunk of steel on the end of a stick. It's a tool. And you can use that tool once you've learned very well how to adjust and make those fine micro adjustments in the piece. You can move very efficiently across the piece to create something like this. This is a lot harder than it looks. It's deceptively, actually, because you're going to get a hammer here, and you'll get one over here, and then a half one there, and a quarter one over here, and a third one there, and a fifth one there. And you're like, ugh, man, that didn't go very well. And then you're going to have to do it again, and again, and again, and again, until you build up that hand-eye coordination to have those fine motor skills of being able to manipulate what's in this hand and manipulate what's going on in this hand, all in a half-second hammer swing. So you need to be able to manipulate those two. So you practice those fundamentals, those core values, and they will take you into whatever project you desire. As you can see in this example, I've been making these hooks. So in this, I've added that element to it now, almost effortlessly. I just said, oh, well, I'm going to have that element as the hook part, just to give it a little something, just a little something extra. Now I'm going to finish these up. I want to make these a little nicer when I'm done, clean them up. A twist, another basic element, but I knew to leave enough material there and that I could get bit on here and I could get this type of twist. I also knew how to take and create a set down or a shoulder. That is another fundamental process. I knew how to flatten and spread a piece, okay, and reduce it to the proper material thickness. Roll or scroll like the little fishtail in there. And then not only be able to do it that time, but to make another one just like it. And not only be able to do it that time with the proper division of stock, like so, see? Those are almost identical in height and length. I didn't measure any of this. Mm-hmm. And make another one just like it.
Yeah.
And then do it again. I think that one's hot, so I'm going to pick that one up by hand. I cool it off. And make another one just like it. Now that one had a little shorter end to it, but the hook's mostly even. Again, it was a little different because I let the fire do a little different, a little heat, got distracted talking about the house. But there you go.
Overall, yeah.
But
really
overall,
close,
they look the same.
Jig,
considering no jig, all hand-eye coordination, it's practice. It's practice, practice, practice. And so now I can do a process like this. I could knock these out for a customer, and I could turn right around and go make a fire poker for a customer. And then I could turn around and make a shovel. And then I could turn around and make a pair of tongs for myself to hold something. I could turn around and make a punch. I could turn around and make a strap hinge. I could turn around and make anything I feel like now because I've learned that. I've learned the process and not necessarily the project. So hopefully that's illustrated there clearly. And everybody got some value from that little statement. I'm into a million of them tonight, ain't I?
You are.
I should just shut up now, huh?
No, you're doing
Go
fine.
back.
You're doing fine.
Everybody like those?
Yeah.
Hey, right on, Roy, or
Scott
Roy, shut
Davidson
up.
says, I have so much to learn. Sprinkle Donut Forge. Oh, if you're still here, I see your question earlier about using the metal off of barrels. Let me try to find it. He's asking if you've ever used the bands off of barrels to make anything.
Bands off of barrels, like wooden keg barrels, wooden whiskey barrel?
Yep.
Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
I've never used any bands off of barrels. I've never used any wagon tires for making anything. I haven't done a whole lot of just like repurposing steel for things. That's not something I've normally done. I was fortunate enough to be when I started really getting into this pretty heavily as a business and stuff full time, to be right by the scrap yard down here in Dayton within 20 minutes of me. So I've had the fortunate pleasure of having new steel and new stock to work with. So I haven't spent a lot of time hunting steel or repurposing it. But if I were to use some barrel steel or something of that nature, I imagine it's a mild steel, as they didn't make it out of good quality steel or anything like that. It's just a basic carbon steel. And the other assumption I would have is you would cut it loose and stretch it out to where it's no longer in a circle and use it to your purpose that way. That would be my assumption.
The Aimless Adventurer says, Roy, you are a Jedi with a hammer. Wouldn't it be really cool if, like, the handle of a hammer lit up like a lightsaber? Like, yeah. That would be interesting.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Yeah,
and
so...
you can be too, my young Padawan. Now it's getting dorky in here.
Oh, that's alright. Monkey with the Hammer says, awesome advice, Roy. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Let's see. For the 118 of you still here, you're going to have
Holy cow.
better odds than when we're up at 150 of winning the sticker packs.
Yeah.
Fewer people sticking around, kind of. It's still above 100, so it's a lot, but... Daniel Crawford says, we're here to hear you talk. Charming Hollow Forge, have a good evening.
Thank you, Charming Hollow Forge, for being here this evening, taking the time to check it out.
Oh, Jeff Sandling says, hammer on and bless all. By the way, Jess almost got the monster enameling oven done. Thanks for the inspiration. We'll have to figure out how to share some pics with y'all. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Email them to us.
Yes, please do, Jeff.
Oparte asked, do you prefer coal or gas forges?
If come down to preference, I prefer coal. I like coal for certain operations. I use gas, and I prefer gas for other operations. It really just depends on the work to be done. If you want to ask me, I'm more of an enthusiastic smith. I'm more of an enthusiastic smith around coal. I like coal. That's what I've learned on. Left that in the fire too long.
Bottom of the
Bottom
bay.
of the bay. Don't sweat it if you've done that.
It's not going to leave you without a pair, is it?
Huh?
It's not going to leave you with an odd number, is it?
No. Let's just cut another one.
Okay.
So see how I did that? I made a mistake, screwed it up. I didn't sit here and cuss up a storm. Just move on. It's metal, they make more of it. Just go right back to it. It was left in the fire a little too long while I was yammering and not hammering. too many irons in the fire, and you get one burnt. You can fight all day trying to save something that's an absolute train wreck when you should have just threw it in the pond to begin with, and just go back after it with another new piece of steel. So, see? Even decent smiths make plenty of mistakes. Notice I said decent, not the best. Decent.
John Pignataro says, what are a good way of clearing clinker from the coal forge?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I've got a big one down in here, so maybe I ought to show that one, huh?
Yeah.
You want me to show that process?
Sure.
All right.
Over closer.
We'll do that right now.
Okay.
Well, let's say you want to do a forge weld or something of that nature, and you're worried about the clinker in the bottom of the fire. For those of you who don't know what a clinker is, it's this hard gelatinous mass that shows up at the bottom of your fire. It's mostly silica. Cool that off so I can hold it. And it's good for nothing. It has no thermal value to you whatsoever, and it plugs up your air grates. And if it builds up enough, it can stick to your steel and create like a gummy surface that'll then, kind of make your surface of your steel look like this as well after you're done hammering on it, even if it didn't burn. So this isn't what you're wanting. You don't want this in the bottom of your fire. So that's just a short explanation for those who don't know what a clinker is already. You want to remove whatever steel you have, pull it out of the fire. You don't want it in there. Pull it off, set it off to the side, okay? And the easiest way to take and remove a clinker that I have found is I just make a fire poker with a really thin, like a bladed edge here on the front, like a spear tip. And I go down along the side of the fire pot. If you have a fire pot that's banked, if you got a fire pot that's more of like a tube, like it's a square, like a brake drum forge, like a rotor, you're going to come in more vertical and then scoop over. But since this is banked, I find the edge of my fire pot and I slip it all the way down to the air grate. That's how deep the air grate is down in there. Can they see that pretty good, Jeff?
Yep. Not sure.
And then I just loosen it ever so slightly. And if you'll see it pushing up back here, I'm going to go like that. And it might take a couple pulls to try this, depending on how thick of a clinker you have. I don't have that thick of clinkers, but they're all right here right now. So I've just pushed those off the air grate. I'll dig around, make sure I don't have any more. If you've got a really good clinker, what will happen is the whole coal pile will pick up on you. You'll know that you've got a clinker. And you just nestle it straight up, and out of the fire it goes. Any questions on that?
Don't see any yet.
Okay.
Is that coke or coal?
This is just green coal. So after you're done with that, you just scoop it back over and continue forging. So there's all the clinker I had on this one. I'll grab that up. So it came out in small pieces this time. After a long day of forge welding, I'll have like a donut of coal. But you slip down, you get under the clinker, and you shift it up the back side of the fire pot over here. And it'll scoop it up out of the way. All your stuff's still nice and hot. You scoop that back over the air blast, and away you go again. And up and go, and get it back good and hot. Now this will reduce the heat of your fire a little bit. This one wasn't particularly going very strong to begin with. There's another one. Ha ha! There's one on that side I didn't get. There we go, that's that way. This one wasn't going up really good and strong to begin with, but so it'll reduce the heat of your fire a little bit. So you will have to give it some more air to get it up and running again, back up to temp. But that's just the nature of the beast. But that's how you clear a clinker without having to shut down your whole fire to get it up. Any questions?
Hammer Time New York says, you made that look easy. I wrecked my fire.
You're going to do that several times. That's okay. Just remember that fire is rebuildable. So if you're not just like, I'm done, and you just throw up your hands and quit, it's still hot. You can still blow air across them coals. They'll get hot again. You'll revive it. It's okay. You know, just dig out what you need at first until you can get in there and get it. Again, a little flat bladed, just straight poker. There's nothing to it. Go straight down along the sides of the fire and slowly lift up and scooch it towards the back or the whatever ends away from you, as long as it's safe to do so. And that clinker should pop right up and kind of nestle out over here somewhere, and you should be able to pluck it out of the fire that way. And then just scoop your pieces back and start the coke all over again. Alright, we're going to go back to order these here.
Alright. Techronmatic and Bob, have a great night.
Hey, have a great night, guys. Thank you, fellas, for stopping by. Thank you for being part of this live stream. Thank you, everyone who has donated so far in the super chats. God bless each and every last one of you. Thank you for that. That really does help. It helps support what we do here at Christ and Ironworks. And it's also going to go to help support the restoration of the new shop at Christ Center Ironworks as well. So we just thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Hopefully, really neat content.
Yeah.
What's up?
John Sinclair said, "You all are awesome. Thanks for being so generous with your time and knowledge."
You're very welcome. Thank you for being so generous with your time, sir, and taking the time to watch us.
Rigid Ironworks said, "I did that exact thing today, working on a medieval folding knife, messed up, and instead of starting over, I spent way too much time correcting my mistake."
Yep. Sometimes it's good to go just a little further. Sometimes you can pull it back from the abyss. And other times it is not worth your time. You're just wasting coal, you're wasting time, you're wasting headache, and you get fed up with a product or a project or a process. And you should just cut off, go about your business. Don't let it sink in and affect you. That's an easy new thing to do when you're new at smithing, is to kind of think that, you know, you have to get it right the first time. You need to take your time and practice. Give yourself a little leniency to know that, you know, hey, you're not the best blacksmith in the world, and that's okay. Right now, you're practicing, you're learning, you're making things to purpose, fit your needs. It's okay if things are a little wonky from here to there. Right? It's okay. You don't have to be perfect at every single step. As you can see, you can leave that down there and go out to make it again. Another one, Jess.
All right.
As you can see, I made a screw up. I left a piece in the fire too long and it burnt. The difference is I'm not sitting there trying to worry about it all day. I've got more steel to forge. Ain't got no time for that.
Metal Man said, "Jesus is the way," and give us a $15 super chat.
Hey, thank you, Metal Man. God bless ya. Thank you for that $15 super chat. That always helps, doesn't it, Jessica? It helps so much. Thank you.
It does. Thank you so much.
There you go. We got that one.
Nevelier Forge, our email again is christcenteredforge@gmail.com. If you won the sticker pack.
Yep. Going again, Jess. All
right.
Down here.
Okay.
This is where the action's going to be happening.
Put on the action. Jeff Sandlin, yeah, thanks for answering that question. Somebody was asking who the cameraman is. Yeah, my name's Jessica and I'm Roy's wife, and I'm on the channel from time to time with a couple of videos. A little bit of beginner blacksmithing from my end.
Yep. And that's a great way of learning too, sometimes from another beginner. Now Jessica has one unfair advantage. She has me.
I do.
So if she gets stumped on something, I'm usually there to help.
Got Roy in my pocket. Should I just stay down there?
Yeah, just stay there.
Okay. All right.
I gotta roll another scroll here.
Keep it
Where
down.
we at? Sorry, everyone. Be up with you in a second.
Metal Man says you're welcome. Already blessed, but I'll take it.
I'll take it too. By golly.
David Tate says copper work and enameling videos are great, Jessica. Thank you. Yeah, I would like to get back into forging some steel. That's probably gonna have to wait till after the move, but I have some list of beginner projects that I was wanting to work on and just need to get back around to it at some point. Graham says I'm a bit short on cash, but always want to give. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Graham.
Thank you, Graham. Don't worry, brother. You're watching us is good enough. Thank you so much for your support and contributions, though. You are the truest meaning of a channel sponsor. Hey, you can go back up.
Okay. Zooming out.
Zooming.
So yeah, Gary Oler says, hey, sorry, I've been late changing a motor in a Jeep.
Woohoo! I've got a Jeep.
Let's see, another question I had bypassed a little bit. Kevin Zufelt was also, Scott had asked this. They said, what is your opinion on a welded mild steel fire pot versus a cast iron fire pot?
Everybody thinks you need, so a welded mild steel fire pot, if done correctly, will hold up just fine to the same as like a cast iron fire pot. Now, cast iron fire pot is going to be able to take more heat just because of the nature of the material. It can usually withstand just a little bit more heat input. That is not always the case, but it is a kind of a common thing understood thing that cast iron can usually take quite a bit more heat than what mild steel can. So there's that to consider. But as far as longevity, durability, things are concerned, probably your mild steel is going to be your better route to go. You can take that kind of with a grain of salt. I know it could go back and forth one way or the other, but with mild steel, something that's welded up, it's very easily, if you get a crack or you develop a warp or you need to do something, you need to resurface it, you can weld on it. It's really easy to weld, repair, cut out, start again. Getting a good manufactured cast iron fire pot, can't go wrong with one of those either. I've worked in one for 12 years of my life, so almost, so I can't really complain about those as well. So I'm not one to say which way or the other. I would say probably if I had to do one and I was on a budget, I would do a welded mild steel one out of no less than 1/2 inch thick steel plate. I'd weld up some 1/2 inch thick steel plate, and the likelihood of you ever like wearing that thing out in your lifetime, you would have to really be screwing something up bad in order to wear something like that out in your lifetime. So, yes, it'll get hot, but so does cast iron. And you shouldn't be burning your fire that hollow in the first place.
Gotcha. Sonny Cooper, thanks for the thumbs up.
Thank you, Sonny Cooper.
Charles Boyer, have a great evening.
Charles Boyer, thanks for stopping in.
Bruce Hines, we have a Jeep Liberty. Is that correct, Roy?
Yep. 2005 Jeep Liberty. Love that little booger.
Mystic Mac 413 says, Roy, your arms get tired. Mine do when doing copper rivets for a leather craft.
They get tired quite often. I've gotten pretty good at gauging my limits, so that helped. And I've built up to the amount of work that I'm used to in a day. So I can spend a good 12-hour day if need be. I don't like to. Forging. And you gain rocks and things like that after a period of time. I think it's gotten easier, not necessarily because of the muscle or gaining up the muscle to do it, but I think it's gotten easier because I don't waste hammer blows. So you get tired more often when you're wasting things. Usually when you're wasting energy, your hammer swings incorrect, you're swinging too big of a hammer, things like that. You have to do a lot of lifting of something versus letting the anvil push back. Things like that go into it. So I don't really get that tired actually. If anything, because I got carpal tunnel problems, I will lose feeling in my hands and then I start dropping things. I'll just constantly drop stuff. And then I do get some pains that run up and propagate. So, but as far as tired or wore out, no. What's up? You're smiling.
Oh.
Jessica's smiling like crazy back there. She's making me nervous.
No, you're fine. It's just a Metal Man. He did a $5 super chat and said, "This is for Sonny Cooper." And then Aimless Adventure had a bunch of coffee hands and then a poop emoji at the end. And so it was funny. And then he said, "Ignore the poo, sorry." That was funny. But thank you for the super chat.
Do you use that emoji a lot? I'm taking it.
It was on the recently selected.
You've been caught. It was on your recently selected list, wasn't it?
Oh, goodness. Thank you for the super chat, Metal Man.
Thank you, Metal Man. You gotta drop that super chat in there so we let you live it down. $20 or more.
Erase the memory blanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. We'll erase this video for a certain undisclosed amount of money. Wink.
Oh, funny.
We won't tell everyone your dirty little secret. Oh, man. Okay, I'm being bad here.
You are.
I'm being bad. Let's give away some sticker packs, shall we?
All right, let's do that.
I'm almost done with this. I just got to tweak that twist just a bit more. Just a wee bit more.
You gotta tweak it first, or just while that comes up?
I'm not going to let it sit in here, so I'm almost there, but then we'll give away some sticker packs. So go ahead. More questions,
Yes.
more answers, more comments.
I had a question for you. Let's see. Paranoid 69. I went to buy a classic pullover hoodies. I am 5'8" and a small 205 pounds. What size do you recommend to me? Well, my height is 5'8". I'm trying to think. Maybe an extra large. Good evening.
Yeah, you want to pull. Usually, you want to go a size or two larger than yourself when it comes to hoodies and things, because usually when you're wearing a hoodie, it's not like you're shirtless underneath, so you're probably wearing other shirts or things of that nature, and so you don't want them to ride up after a wash. So I found for myself, I like to go about a size or two larger than what I am, than what I wear. I'm 6'1" and a half. Got to add that half an inch. It matters. 6'1" and a half and a little over 225, 230 pounds right now. So, and I like to wear at least a 2X on like my shirts. Well, I need at least an XL on my shirts. And so when I get hoodies or something, I go for like a 2X or a little bit more, depending on what I'm going to wear with it. That's my preference for clothing. So I like a little looser fit. If I'm wearing a hoodie, I like to be comfortable. I don't like it being skin tight.
Gary Uhler says, getting ready to move into a bigger house, but no garage, so I gotta set up a basement shop. Any space-saving pointers?
Space-saving pointers? Use wall space very wisely. Rafter or vertical space can be your friend. So if you see like right here, so I'm in a small shop, I'm in a 12 by 20 building. This is a huge saver. It's only a standard, 4x4 treated post here, but I built my hammer rack into the wall, so this way everything kind of sits in there. This would really suck if I had a wall here, and then I built on top of that, so I would lose even more space to have a hammer rack out here. So anytime that you can build into your wall space or into your rafter space. So if you can have something that is fairly easy to grab at up above you, that can be a handy way as well. I've seen guys with racks, like hammer racks, straight up in a rafter. So their handles are up here. So all they got to do is reach up, grab a hammer, go to town. Likewise, having your stuff organized, like your punches and chisels and things like that, in a wall space or as close to a wall as possible, making slots and provisions for it like that, is very space saving. So make use of your vertical space as much as you have, and don't completely close out the ideal of using your rafter space for storage as well. Anything that you can keep stuff up, to make a small shop feel smaller is by putting too much stuff in the center of it. So try to take everything and put it as close to the walls as you can, and leave a good amount of center space that you can get around things. Those are my suggestions for that. Hopefully that was helpful.
Graham, where's the merch on you guys? Yeah, we should totally be wearing our own merch right now.
So, curious thing you should say about that. I only have a few pieces of merch that I can wear, and they all have holes in them because we had a washer and dryer that ate clothing.
Yep.
And then the other merch I have, I'm about 30 pounds heavier right now than what I was when I bought the merch, so I don't fit in it.
Need to buy
That's
some more.
full disclosure there. So I need to buy some a little bit bigger, and then I need to put it on my docket to lose some weight. So that's why we don't have our own merch on right now. But yeah, definitely need to get us some new shirts. And actually, we have some new shirts coming, so that we plan on having those wearing.
We do.
When we release those merch. What else?
Let's see here.
Last one, and then we're going to do the giveaway.
Okay.
Do a little more giving away.
Ooh, Hobby Time Forge. What was the biggest challenge you faced starting up your own business?
That's a good one. There was so many. The biggest challenge, I would say, was our first hard season in business. So business has ebbs and flows. Business has seasons. You'll have a product that you think, wow, I'm onto something here, and then it'll fall flat on its face. And you'll realize that you built a whole entire business around it, and now you got to come up with something else. And rent's due, or gas or electric or whatever, or you promised you'd pay a guy on something, maybe you bought some shop equipment and you got a loan or whatever, and now you got that to take care of. Fortunately enough, we've never bought anything on a loan, so we didn't have that. We only saved up for items and we paid cash outright for things, so we didn't have that hanging over us. But your business is going to go through ebbs and flows, so that is one of the most difficult things, is seeing that through. I had the fortunate pleasure of knowing that this is what I believe God wanted me to take and be doing with my life and with my time and with the talent and with the giftings that He's given me, and the abilities to be able to pick things up very quickly, be mechanically inclined, and I've kind of just took to forging like a fish in water, and it came like that. Not that it was easy to learn, not that I didn't suck at the beginning, not that it wasn't a hard road, but He gave me the ambition to see it through, to stick it through. So that means there's tough times that you're going to have in your business, any business, and those become real stressful. And the hardest part is when you're sitting there and you're looking at the bills at the end of the month, and you haven't made any money yet this month, and you have to think, how am I going to pay those bills? And when that happens, usually people go one or two routes. And Jessica and I have considered this several times over the years, haven't we?
We have, like, nearly every season. Yeah, at least once every season.
Yeah, at least once every season. Because, when times are good, we're making 10 grand a month. And then times aren't so good, and we're making maybe $100 and $200 a month, right?
$200 a month some months.
Yeah, right. And then so some months we only make $200-300 in a month, and you're like, whoa! Well, what happened? Nothing happened. Just buying demand changed, right? Different things changed. So we offer a diversity of items. That's why I'm real big on Damascus being a fad. You don't want to get wrapped up into one thing and then have that market fall out from underneath you. Because as soon as it does, your business is hurting and it's putting you into a position where you have to decide between taking care of the wife and kids and, daddy bringing home the hot dogs and beans, doing beans and wieners tonight, or eating air, right? So you kind of have to decide whether you want to continue with your dream or if you want to take care of your business and your priorities in life. So when that happens, again, that's very tough. That's the toughest thing I think we've had to go through in our business, is those leap of faith moments of saying, okay, hey, you know what? Now we have experience. We have experience. We know that this has happened before. We know that we'll go through ebbs and flows, so they're not shocking to us, right? They're less shocking, and we know that we'll survive them and we'll make it through. So it's less of a leap of faith every time. But when you first start in your business, it's a big leap of faith, because you go from having security, and I say that lightly because anybody who thinks they have job security can be kicked out and deleted like you're nothing, thrown away and discarded at any moment in time. So you don't hold your own destiny in your hands as much as you like to think you do. And so therefore, since I know that, Jessica knows that, that's how we run. We run our business as a faith-based business. It is a Christ-centered business. And we don't say that lightly, because we're leaping off those cliffs of faith every single month. And
Yep.
don't think that we don't. So there's some times, like I said, there's been times where we make a good amount of money. And I do mean a ton of money, or what is considered a ton of money to some in certain months. But we save. We put that back for those times where we have lack. So that's just a word of advice for you. Keep pushing through. The people who usually fail at business are the ones that can't see the long game. The long game is that you're making an impact, and it's worth the time. It's worth the sacrifice. It's worth the suffering. It's worth the selling off of everything you own just to keep it running. It's worth it. And if it's not that worth it for you, you may have different motives involved. So if it's just a hobby, it'll get highlighted real quick that it's just a hobby for you. Blacksmithing has to become a bit of a passion for you in order for it to become a business. A long, outstanding business, I should say. There's a lot of people who just jumped in right now because it's a popular thing to do. It's a popular thing to do right now, and it's a fun thing. There's a lot of interest, but I've been around the block long enough to know that this interest isn't going to stay. I've talked about it before, that the bubble's going to pop. It already has started, and we're on the downhill, we're on the backhill slide of it now. So the businesses that'll still be here in 30 years are the people that truly have a passion for it, and they want to change the world with their ironwork. They'll be able to see those tough or those tight times through. So that's one of the toughest things. I know that's a long-winded reply again, but it's something near and dear to my heart. I'm very passionate about it because I want to see you all out there succeed.
That's a good answer, though. Yeah.
Good answer.
I mean, yeah, of course, there's always the paperwork. There's one form after another to fill out, and it kind of feels like that's never ending. But you kind of get used to doing paperwork after a while, having your own business. So
yeah. I mean, the short answer is just like, oh, I'm not having no money. I mean, I could just give you an answer like that, but that's not a true definition of what business is. And if you're getting into blacksmithing because you're going to get rich quick,
wrong trade.
it's wrong. These hands burn, sweat, and bleed for what I make every day and living, and yours is going to too. And so it's earned. It's earned. So.
LHI Productions says, hey, Roy.
Hi, LHI Productions.
Rigid Ironworks, you asked if you missed the big announcement. I don't know how long you've been gone, but the big announcement is we are moving to Michigan.
Yeah, we are moving to Michigan. For those who are just coming in.
Ulf Peterson, did I miss much? Bah, hey guys and girls. And a 500 knock super chat.
Hey, thank you all. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Everybody give him hand claps if you hadn't already. I'm sorry on my long-winded diatribe.
Yep.
Oh, we can give away some more of these.
Toby Joe, yeah, the live stream, our live stream's still going on, but we have some stickers to go away.
Yeah, we got some stickers to give away. Door prizes for people who are here. Thank you all for staying around. How many people we have in the chat?
We have 143.
Oh, awesome. Hey, thank you all for being here. So we're going to give away some more sticker packs here. And then I'm going to finish up two more of these hooks. And then I'm probably going to give away, I'm thinking an additional 5 tonight. Just because we've had so many people here, so many interests. You guys have listened to my long rants and diatribes. So we'll give away some of these here. I'll finish off, 2 more hooks there. And we'll go along. So we're going to do this just like we did before.
Okay.
We're going to scroll at random people here in the comment section. And hopefully we can get somebody. So drop a comment.
If you haven't been lately, get one in there.
Get on in there. Here's your chance to win a sticker pack. And we'll show these up again here.
And
These are provided by Dana Maggiore, a channel sponsor. Now, he's not actually a sponsor of the channel. He's just a good friend of the channel. And he's just sent us some awesome stickers. So this way we can pass them around to our audience. And he makes these, I think, right? He prints them and stuff.
He does, yep.
And these are awesome. These like heavy duty vinyl.
Yeah, they're really
nice. And
nice.
you better make sure you want this on wherever you're putting. Because it ain't coming back off. I mean, I've tried.
Yeah.
These things are on there when they're on there. So
that's good.
they're like a vinyl sticker and
heavy duty.
Yeah, don't go slapping them to a friend's work truck or something like that. Boss gonna get mad. It's gonna stay.
Angry.
So. All right. Let's draw the first winner of this.
Hanneman Ironworks.
Hey, Hanneman Ironworks. You, sir, are getting a sticker pack. So thank you for being in the stream tonight. If for y'all who don't know Hanneman Ironworks, he has a YouTube channel as well. He's a young man of only 16. And he actually just won some awards at a welding thing. So congratulations, Hanneman Ironworks, on that. And congratulations on the sticker pack.
Yeah.
There's
set it down there. There you go.
First one. Let's go next one. Oh, and by the way, I promise these have all been touched by a blacksmith now. There's going to be smudges.
They have.
You are getting Roy's fingerprints. Right there. See? That's the signature. It actually it doesn't look really nice, but looks kind of looks like there's some brown smudges there. That doesn't look good. But anyways,
it's going to blacksmiths.
Anyways, it's going from blacksmiths.
Toby Joe 57. Thank you for the €20 super chat.
Hey, thank you, Toby Joe 57. Right? Woo!
All right, ready to draw the next one? It is C. Struble.
Hey, C. Strobel. Thank you for being here. Struble or Strobel?
It looks like Struble.
Okay. You are getting a sticker pack, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here.
He says nothing clean in a smithy. That's right.
Yeah. Nothing clean at all, but the humor.
Oh, did I get it wrong? It was pounds, not euros. Okay.
Pounds.
I need
good.
to top up on my currency here.
Yeah. So the next one. All right, let's see who we get.
All right. The next one is David Jones.
David Jones. Congratulations. You're going to be getting another sticker pack. And for everyone who's winning sticker packs as door prizes, make sure to get with us at christcenteredforge@gmail.com. Contact us at our email. I think it's linked in the description, is it not, Jess?
No, I didn't think
it's
put
not
it down there.
Oh,
no.
darn. All right. It's just christcenteredforge@gmail.com. Again, christcenteredforge@gmail.com. Contact us with your address and let us know your screen name, and we will ship these out to you.
Yes, we
Free
will.
of charge. Anywhere in the world, by the way. Anywhere in the world. Go ahead.
Alrighty, our next one is Rigid Ironworks.
Hey, Rigid Ironworks. Congratulations, my friend. Boom. You're the next winner. Look at there. It's good to find some of our channel sponsors here getting their upcomings. It's good. And it's good to hear some new people that are in the stream too as well, getting some sticker packs. So awesome. Wear them proudly, guys. Wear them proudly. There again. Boom. Another set.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yep.
Dennis Whitaker.
Hey, Dennis Whitaker. Congratulations. There you go. Another sticker pack. Again, send your email to christcenteredforge@gmail.com and we will ship these out to you anywhere in the world that you may be. We will get these out to you.
And sorry,
Yes, thank you.
it's Dennis Whiter. Sorry,
Dennis
not Whitaker.
Whiter.
Yes, there we go.
Congratulations, Dennis Whiter. So we'll give away another 5 of these here in just here in just a few minutes,
All right.
and then we'll probably call it a night for the stream after we get done doing some forging here
Okay.
and answering some more questions.
Of course. Thank you for sticking with us through that brief.
And thank you for everyone during my long diatribes that have been leaving super chats. God bless you all. Thank you so much for supporting this, supporting the stream, supporting the content. You all are awesome. We do greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. What else we got, hon?
All right.
You got radio silence on
I
there.
am
don't
sorry.
like it.
I was seeing lots of congrats. I was looking for a good comment to read out. Red Barn Forge says I'm doing great.
Good.
Let's see. Yeah, Lucas Murphy. We're gonna give away 15 in total. So we've given away 10. So we still have 5 to go. Somebody asked a little earlier if we sell stickers. We do not, but that might be something we'll have to see about adding in the future.
Yep, we'll have to get with Dana about that. And see if we can't have him print us up a whole bunch and what that would cost if the people are interested in sticker packs online. We might sell some of those.
Let's see. Also, our newest, we got to get one of these ordered in too, so you guys can see it on Roy. But our Blacksmith family shirt, we came out with a new one. We came out with that as a new shirt. I've seen it. It's been displayed some on the merch shelf.
Why don't you explain to them what the merch shelf is, Jeff?
Okay. For those of you who are, and I believe this only shows on mobile, but when you watch the video and the phone is turned in the upright position, just below, on a lot of videos, just below the actual video itself, you'll kind of see a little narrow rectangle, and it'll show merchandise, shirts, mugs, things like that, from your whatever creator you're watching. And so it's a new feature YouTube rolled out, I think about a year ago. And so it just leads you directly to Teespring. It's like a Teespring partnership, so that you can sponsor whatever channel it is that you're watching. The Aimless Adventure says, will there be a 360 live stream in the new shop?
That would be an interesting live stream to do. I don't know if I'm going to do a 360, as they're quite complex to do, but there'll definitely be enough bandwidth that we could.
Paranoid 69 says, yes, I just came to order the classic pullover hoodies, the Blacksmith family one, and extra XXL. Awesome.
Thank you so much for ordering those. We greatly appreciate that support.
Rigid Ironworks, you're asking when the big move is. It's kind of spanning the whole month of May.
Yep.
So it's not one given date, it's kind of multiple trips, trying to get the house moved up and all of Roy's equipment and do some things to the barn a little bit prior to us moving up there. Robert Hall, why are we moving to Michigan? We are moving because we have wanted for a long time to be homeowners, and we've been renting the house where we're at in New Lebanon, Ohio for 12 years, and we've just been trying to save diligently, and we had an opportunity open up for us for this place in Michigan, and everything went smoothly, and it's just been, the Lord's been leading us through this whole process, and we feel like that's the direction He's taking us. So basically, that's just the reason. It is an opportunity that came our way, and we decided to seize the moment. Neville, you're still going to see videos through May. As of currently, we have enough videos for the first 3 weeks in May, and we're going to try to top up some more before we even move out of the shop.
So the funny thing about that, so if you guys are trying to run channels, okay, YouTube favors content that is on the daily. or regular. They like regular content in order to take and serve your content. So YouTube likes that. YouTube likes regular uploads, as many as you can, for the most part, as long as people are watching them. So if you take a span of time off, YouTube takes that as a cue not to serve your videos to your audience when you do post them. So they take that as a cue not to take and give you any more ads. They take that as a cue not to serve your video content towards the people who actually want to watch it, because it is all computer driven and it's algorithm driven and it's kind of user behavior driven. Now, there are some people that they can get away with posting one video a month, and that video gets just crud tons of views, and YouTube knows them as that kind of creator, so they kind of got them labeled in a certain way or put in a certain category, and they will serve content to that viewership that is interested in seeing that video once a month kind of thing. If you get into a cycle where you are doing it on the daily and you get off that cycle, YouTube docks you hard. And so then it makes it hard for you to get your content in front of eyeballs. Then it makes you wonder, why am I making content when like no one's getting to see the video to begin with that you spent 3 hours making? So you have to keep that up. So in order to do that, anybody who's making content, making videos, it is my suggestion that you get a pool of them saved up. So this way you can always hit up that pool when you've got spaces where you can't be in the shop working. So I plan on bringing you guys along for some of the journey at least, for the move and the restoration work on the shop and building into the shop and doing all those sort of good things. I do plan on bringing you guys along with that, along with, again, tutorial videos and things like that. So that will continue to roll out. You'll see about 30 days worth of content or so. That'll still be like we're here, although most likely we will be moved at that time. And then you'll start seeing new content, new tutorials that are done in the new workshop. So that's kind of the game plan for anybody who was curious how you do that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. That's how we properly manage that.
Yes. By the way, I am seeing that your emails are coming in for the addresses and stuff. Somebody mentioned earlier that they got a notice that their email didn't go through. So if that was you, you can also go to our website, blacksmithpdfs.com or christcentedironworks.com, and just click the contact button up in the corner, and you can also contact us that way, and that will definitely get to us.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to change your browser, whatever you're in. Like if you're in Chrome, you might have to go into something else, Internet Explorer. Sometimes it doesn't like certain things. Ain't that right, Jess?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Graham, Michigan from Ohio. The states border each other. Michigan is just to the north, but a drive from here to there will be about 6.5 hours. That's not including any stops. Donald Roberts asked if you're still going to be with SOFA.
Yep. Still be a SOFA member. Although not as active as I am currently in the club. Because I'll be out of state. But I will be, what do they call, Mamba member?
Yeah,
Michigan Artists Blacksmith Association member.
Uh-huh.
I do plan on being a membership there. And I plan on being at their event this upcoming summer. They have a blacksmithing event that they're doing.
Hammering, yeah.
Hammering. So I plan on being at that. Just to say, hi, I'm Roy.
Yep.
I'm new here. So
I'm the new kid.
I'm the new guy. And they'll be like, I never heard of you. I'm like, good.
That's fine.
It's fine by me. You don't want to hear of me either.
Hanneman Ironworks, yes, I believe I've seen your email go through. Mystic Mac 413 says, so how are you going to move the shop in the house?
Good question. Big moving truck. So a lot of this shop will fit in one go on a truck. 20-foot truck using a liftgate. I don't have any super heavy power hammers or anything like that. I have a home-built power hammer that weighs about 1,400 pounds. give or take, maybe 100 pounds. So I have that's probably the heaviest piece of equipment. Next up to that would probably be the press, weighing in and right about 1,000 pounds. And then everything else in the shop, probably all put together, is maybe 1,000 pounds.
Your drill press might.
Except for the anvil. Anvil's heavy. That's
yeah.
1,000 pounds in itself. I don't need any rigging or anything. I can take it out in pieces. The hardest part will be me moving all my steel. All my new steel, all my scrap steel. I have tons of that laying around. And my coal and coke pile that I have built up, I have tons of that as well. So that will be the hard stuff to move in there. The house will move pretty easy. We live pretty frugally. We don't buy a bunch of stuff. We don't have a bunch of furniture and knick-knacky things, and just something we were never into. We like keeping a pretty, I don't know how you want to call it, but simple home, simple lifestyle. We don't accumulate a lot.
Like, I mean, we do have 3 kids, so not super minimal, but I guess for a family of 5, you call it minimal.
Yeah, as minimal as you can do with 3 kids.
Daniel asks, is getting steel there going to be difficult? I've already located a scrapyard there.
Everything's in Alpena.
Yep, in Alpena. So we haven't been there yet in person.
They sell retail, the scrapyard does, as well as wholesale. And I've got all my welding gas places right there in Alpena. So everything's right there. Right on the porch.
See, Scribble, Olga just texted me. She wants to move to Maryland. I'll pick her up Saturday if that's cool, Roy. You know, funny thing.
No.
Olga doesn't have a cell phone.
Oh, it's real funny. What'd you say, old girl? What'd you say? Said he's crazy. I think he's crazy too. Good times, man. Good times.
That is funny.
See, this is the stuff I can't wait to get back to, and not on cell phone quality. Oh my gosh, I hate cell phone quality live streaming. I know it's what we've got. I know it's what some people strive for. I know it's what some people, it's their only connection to be able to do live streaming. I totally respect that. But me, I miss having the cameras and the multi-camera angles. To me, that was the pinnacle. And I am going to be so happy to get back to that. So happy.
Toby Joe 57 said a little something to help you with moving cost and gave us a, let me see if I can say it right, 100-pound super chat.
Thank you so much, Toby Joe. Everybody give that man a hand clap of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being a channel sponsor and helping with the moving costs. I know we're going to need it.
Yep.
It is expensive. Yeah, it's a big leap of faith moment considering, you know, we haven't been anywhere in 12 years. We don't move around a bunch.
No, not really.
The chances are this place, if everything goes right, it might be our last place we move to. So I'm pretty sedentary when it comes to that. I don't like moving around a whole bunch.
Yeah. Well, and where we live here, you know, we've talked about expanding Roy's shop here, but again, we're renters, so it wouldn't really make sense. Yes, Graham. Yeah, we've purchased the house already and completed the closing date.
Yep, it's already all signed, sealed, delivered, and official.
Toby Joe says, welcome. I hope you're happy in your new home and get set up soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. It does really, really, really does help, and we do appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll probably do a little video around it, won't we? Just like a video announcement.
Yeah, I've kind of got a whole video planned for that whole thing. So, video announcement for like regular viewers. I got a special way I want to do one of my moving videos and some things like that. So we're gonna have a little fun with it. I promise it won't be an 87-part series of me moving, but there will hopefully be some hewing involved. I'm hoping. I love that. I love doing that. That's awesome. It's a lot of back-breaking work, but oh man, I'm looking forward to it. You guys are gonna get to see me like climb 35 feet up in the air and fix some beams. Yeah, things like that in the shop. It's going to be cool. It is going to be cool. It's going to be quite the thing. We're going to have some fun with it. So it'll be a little off topic on blacksmithing, but when we start making braces and bracketing and things like that.
Oh yeah, the stuff for the barn's
you guys
will be
will,
awesome.
You guys will like that. So plan on bringing
Yep.
people along for the journey.
Oh yeah, we already have so many ideas for this place. Like, it's more than probably what we could do if we had unlimited funds and 2 years of straight time at it. So
Yeah.
it's gonna take a while, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Nivelier Forge, I believe I did get your email. David Martin says, you guys are going to be an hour away from me when you move. Can't wait to have a good blacksmith in the area. Yeah, David, if you know of any great resources or places to get supplies, if you shoot us an email, we'd appreciate that too.
Yeah.
To help us get some heads up on some stuff. Frank, the kids absolutely love it. Again, we're right down from the beach, and we've already taken them to the beach and the lighthouse when we went to close on the house, and they just love it. So it was cold when we were down there, so we had to have our winter jackets on and stuff. But they adore playing in the sand and being out by the water.
But I tell you what, oh, by the way, those pictures on Instagram, if you guys don't follow us over on Instagram, we do some little update vids and update things there. We don't do videos, but we just do little update posts kind of things here and there, usually centered around our business. Not so much YouTube, but occasionally we'll post things on YouTube, about YouTube over there. But those are not filters. The water really is that blue.
It is super blue.
It is super, super blue. Mm-hmm. If anybody got the community posts in their feed on YouTube here, if you look on your home page, you can kind of scroll through it, or your subscription feed. If you scroll through that, you'll find the post. Jessica's there. The kids are kind of playing on the beach. Again, the water is that blue. It's not a filter. There's no corrections, color corrections. It's just straight out of the phone. Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous there. So.
Yep. Aimless adventure. I thought it was Florida.
Yeah, I was shocked at how blue that water is, because I'm used to seeing water here in Ohio, and it's like brown or some weird color that you don't want to swim in.
Oh yeah, very, very brown.
Very brown
I don't
and
like
murky.
the lakes in Ohio.
And up there, you can see the bottom out a good 100 feet from shore. Mm-hmm. 100 feet from shore, even with wakes and waves and stuff, you can still see the bottom of the lake there. It's crazy.
David Martin says our lakes are literally freshwater oceans. Yeah,
yes, they
it's
are.
Massive. Just you can look across it and not see land on the other side. Alan Van, oh man, should have picked East Tennessee. Haha.
Well, you never know. What's next? Christ Center Ironworks. I don't think Tennessee's in the cards, but you never know.
David Martin says, LOL, you're not going to like swimming in the Great Lakes. They are freezing even in the middle of the summer. One of the residents told us that. They said you want to go to one of the smaller lakes or ponds nearby if you're going to go swimming.
I'm going to love it. I'm a polar bear. I am a polar bear. And if you can prepare your eyeballs to see Roy with his shirt off in the Great Lakes, I'll do a post. It'll be Roy swimming like a polar bear. All the locals will be like, oh my God, what's that guy doing? He's nuts. Then I'll stick out like a sore thumb. He's not from around here.
Illinois 69 says, I want to say merci for your help showing us how to practice blacksmithing with all your videos.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch. It would mean nothing for me to be doing anything here on YouTube if I didn't have people watching it. So it really is a community-driven effort. So I really greatly appreciate you being part of the community.
Toby Joe says, started welding my forge up today and can't wait to try some of your tips and projects and some of Jess's copper jewelry too for my girlfriend in the Philippines. Too much to do. Whee!
Awesome!
That's cool, yeah. Today I actually just did my, edited down my next 2 videos for enameling. One's gonna be some copper cups, and I just enameled them. They were spun copper cups. And then my second one is my first time trying torch-fired enamel here at the house because my enameling class ended last week. So I've got 2 videos, and those will be coming out soon, and those will be exciting too.
So as far as project videos, you can see a lot of things for the house. The kitchen, things like that. The barn, the shop. I haven't decided what I want to call it yet. The barn or the shop. It's clearly a barn. I'm going to keep it historical like a barn.
The barn shop.
But I want to call it a shop. It's not really a workshop. Do I need to change it? Hello, welcome back to the barn. Will that confuse people?
They would.
Do I need to get bib overalls?
No.
And a straw hat?
No.
No?
This is going to be a classy barn.
This is going to be a classy barn. Okay.
Classy.
Honey, let's not get offensive. There are probably people who find that to be pretty darn classy.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Ye old workshop.
Oh, that's it.
The
Ye old workshop. Oh, golden. Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Who votes for the ye old workshop? That's what I'll start entering with. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the ye old workshop.
Graham says, that would make you stand out, Roy. Welcome to the barn. The barn blacksmith. See, somebody already had the name The Red Barn, the Red Barn Forge, so that would have been, if we didn't have a name picked out already, that would have been perfect.
Yeah. Still gonna be Christ Center Ironworks. We gotta
is.
come up with something. We gotta come up with a name for the workshop.
Drayden says, dress like an Amish.
They could get paid more then.
Helen Van, I'm in with Ye Old Workshop.
Ye old workshop.
Brothers Forge votes for Straw Hat.
I'm thinking ye old workshop's how it's gonna happen.
BK Blacksmith, The Red Green Show, LOL.
Right, green shell. Isn't he Canadian?
Yeah, he is.
I believe
He's
he's
Canadian.
Canadian.
So I'm gonna come over here and show you guys a close up of the hooks.
So as you can see, in just a few hours here, running my mouth, doing all those good things, I've been able to create all these curtain tiebacks. Most of them all look alike. Again, practice your fundamentals. What's up?
Failing Ford Forges says, be bold, call it the she shed.
The she shed. Woohoo! Yeah, so let's see here. Let's arrange these out right, huh?
Okay.
Get them out right here, see how they can get them to look. See what the approvers of the approvals say. Are they worth it for curtain tiebacks? Horrible job. Screwed them up, Roy. Again, they're not all the same. Interruptions in time will do that.
Chernobyl isn't mucky enough. That's what the Aimless Adventure says. It'll get there.
It'll be there. So there you go. What do you think? Not too bad with all hand-eye.
Not too shabby.
It could be a lot better.
Graham, reject them my way.
Yeah. They could be a lot better. You could zoom in, do a little tighter shot.
Okay, I was gonna try to not, the one
Just
thing
tap
where I
it.
poke them in the eye.
There you go. There you all go.
Mike G, how's it going, bud?
Hey, Mike G. Good to have you in the house, sir.
What's that baby doing?
Hopefully keeping you up every night.
If so, it's doing its job.
Oi, 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 oi.
Yeah, Alan Van, it didn't get your eye that time because you didn't see me poke the camera.
Yeah.
Hanneman, absolutely awful, Roy. Better toss them in a box and send them to me. Well, you see where the other one went. It went to the bottom of the bay.
They should. The other one went to the bottom of the bay, and I'm not going in after it.
Mike G says she is adorable and crawling.
Awesome, Mike G.
That's when they start getting into trouble, when they get mobile.
Yeah. So there you go. See, each one has a little bit something different. Again, I was just, they're all the same size. They're all the same size hoop. They all have roughly the same pattern on the edges. They all have the same twist, roughly. Some of the ends aren't quite curled like they should be. Some of them could be a little more curled, a little less. Again, we're blacksmiths. You could let this go as a bit of the handmade feel, or you can keep working for perfection. Keep laying these off exactly. But this is all just hand-eye right at the anvil, no measurements. This was just eyeballing it. So I roughly took one stick of material. I said, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and just make a bunch, just like that. Chopped them off, and away you go. Right? So there you have it. So those are just basic curtain tiebacks. Obviously, these will get drilled over here, and a screw put in them, just a little flathead screw or whatever, to make them go up tight against the wall, and so on and so forth. So
Yeah.
there you go.
No holes punched in them yet.
Yep, no holes punched in them yet. I won't punch any holes. I'll just drill some holes, and then they'll be like little small decorative screws, little flat, like either flathead or Phillips head screws will go down in here to take and hold them to the actual wall. That way, they're very minimalist. I don't want to put an emphasis on the screws. I want to put an emphasis on the rest of the tieback.
Robert Hall, I guess with the move coming up, we can see a Minky Tank video sooner than you thought. Oh,
Yeah. Luckily, this is a pretty clean tank. Pretty clean tank indeed. So, we should give away 5 more stickers, Jessica.
We should.
And then we should let all these kind folks. I don't know how many people we have going here.
124.
124. Wow, that's amazing. We should give away some more stickers, and then I'll have time to answer just a couple more questions.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. What do you all think about that? Is that okay?
All right. We've got up to number 10 so far.
We didn't bring out a whole nother pile, so we're just going to keep showing the same thing.
That's great.
So this is going to be for stickers. We're going to do the same thing. Door prizes for people who are here.
Yep.
And real quick before we do this, I just want to thank each and every last one of you out there that have donated to the Super Chat tonight, and that have done stuff to take and help donate throughout buying our hammer plans, doing stuff like that. You guys really are channel sponsors. And before we do anything else, I want you to just type hashtag I'm a sponsor and give some clappy hands. If that's you, if you're just saluting people who have sponsored this content this evening, they really deserve all the credit. They really do. And we couldn't do giveaways like this without you. Uncle Buck's Forge, again, his information is down in the description down below. I wouldn't have been able to give away a steak anvil unless he had given me a steak anvil as being a friend. He just gave it to me. He's like, oh, here, I was up visiting him anyhow, getting some more of his wonderful things. And he just, hey, here, take this. And that's just what type of guy he is for me. I mean, he's not going to give away everything to everybody. I understand that. And so, I'm really grateful. And I'm like, you know what? That'd be really great for me to pay that forward to somebody out there, some lucky Smith. And, yeah, thank you. That's how it worked. Same thing, Dana Maggiore. We've mentioned him several times tonight. Without his patronage, without him giving us these stickers, that would be giving away. We wouldn't even know the first clue where to go get vinyl stickers, and if that would even be an interest for people to get. So, we've given away 15 tonight, or we will. We've given away 10. We're going to give away 5 more, and, ship those out to some people so they can just slap this on a toolbox or just have some sort of memento of being in the stream. So, again, give yourself a good hand clap. I'm a sponsor.
Definitely, yeah. I'm seeing lots of hashtags.
I'm a sponsor
in there.
Hashtags in there. Give a hand clap. Thank you all so much. Thank those people that have donated in this stream tonight. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Awesome. I really can't say that enough. I'd say that about you even if you didn't donate, but I just want to say thank you. It is from the bottom of the heart. Without me getting all choked up and teary-eyed and all that good stuff. Let's give away some stickers.
Give away the stickers. All right, let's see here. The Red Barn Forge. That is our first one.
All right, Red Barn
batch.
Forge.
Yep.
You are the first person to take and get another sticker pack. Well, a first sticker pack, anyhow. Yeah. So congratulations, Red Barn Forge. Thank you for being with us on the stream tonight.
And his comment had been, "I have a nice place for a sticker."
Hey,
Voila.
there you go. Voila. Ask and you shall receive, sir. All right, let's get another person going.
All right.
Spin, spin, spin. Spin the wheel of destiny.
Down and James Godzik.
James Godzik. Congratulations. You're getting some of these, my friend.
And his comment had been, "Clappy hands."
Awesome. And also, I would love if you guys send some photos from time to time, just wherever you're sticking these things. Appropriate photos. I know some of you out there are real ham, so appropriate photos.
You could do, anybody that's on Instagram, it could be like hashtag Christ-Centered Ironworks sticker.
Yep, you could do that if you're on there. You could just use a hashtag and tag us in it, you know. Yeah, I'd love to see some photos where you guys are putting these on a helmet, wherever you're doing it. That would be neat to see that kind of go and have a collection of those.
Yes, it would be. All right, let's do our next one. And that's going to be Dennis Whitaker. Oh, no, we had that one.
We already
Sorry,
did Dennis.
and then I said it wrong again.
And you said his name.
I did. I said it wrong again. Are you kidding? Okay. Edwin Parsons.
Edwin Parsons, you are the next contestant on The Roy is Right.
The Roy is right.
Ooh, that should be a whole series. That should be a whole YouTube
That
series.
sounds like a Roy rant.
It is.
Just right there.
The next contestant on The Roy is Right. Yeah. Yeah, I could get pretty arrogant on that one, couldn't I?
You
Probably could. People don't know how to take me, you know? It's like I got that two-face thing going on.
All right.
Multi-ego. Who else we got? All right, we got... How many more we got? We've done 3, right?
Yeah, we got 2 more.
We got 2 more.
Failing Forward Forges.
Failing Forward Forges. You get another sticker pack. You get a sticker pack, my friend. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And our last one
And
for
the last
night.
one for the evening. Let's see here for the door prize.
Toby Joe 57.
Hey, Toby Joe 57. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your patronage. And congratulations on the sticker pack. Again, everybody just let us know your addresses through our email over at christcenteredforge@gmail.com. That's a great way of getting us. If you can't get us through the Gmail, you can always go christcentered.ironworks.com, hit the contact form, or blacksmithpdfs.com, and you can hit the contact form there as well. Just, if you didn't catch that, just rewind this video back to this point, or skip ahead, or whatever.
Or go to our
when
website.
you watch it on the replay. Or just go to our website. Go to our website. It's posted in every single video ever that we've produced is our website. So just go to our website and hit that contact form and let us know. And we will ship these. Like I said, we ship these out to anywhere in the world. So congratulations to all winners. What were you going to say, Jess?
And Marty Hopper, the grand prize winner, was tonight of the steak anvil.
Yep, let's have that steak anvil over here.
All right.
Yeah, congratulations, Marty Hopper, again. Thank you, sir, for joining in on this little giveaway. I hope you like it. I don't think he's in the stream tonight.
I haven't heard him.
I haven't seen him chime in or anything. So again, we will try to get a hold of him, and hopefully he'll respond. And if he don't, we'll do a re giveaway at some point in time.
Runner up or something.
We'll do a runner up, huh? For all of you out there, hope and pray that he doesn't get it, I guess.
That sounds bad.
That sounds bad, huh? Right? I mean, I'm just being honest. People just would be honest. They'd be like, I really hope that guy doesn't get it. I hope he doesn't reply. That's how I am on giveaways. Oh man, I hope that person will reply. That way I get it. Everyone's that way.
Toby Joe says, actually, guys, I'm just another guy who really values your videos and education. It's so informative, and you're a great couple. You're very inspirational.
Awesome, Toby Joe. Thank you so much. We do value you. We do. You want to take that away from me?
Sure.
That way I don't beat on it. Okay, some last questions before we call it.
Okay. Somebody asked a little earlier about whether that is air-powered or electric.
power hammer?
Yes.
Do we want to swing it around and look at it?
Sure.
Oh. My power hammer is electric powered. Put it to core. This out of the way. Can you see it fine?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Zoom it out, or
I might have to.
yeah, go ahead and do your zoom out thing.
Okay.
Bring it out wide, angle, girl.
All right.
You're gonna see her pretty face for a
I
second.
was gonna say close your eyes for a second. Okay, there you go.
All right, there you go. So it's got a 2-horse electric Harbor Freight motor on it. It comes up over, just uses a slack belt, basically. It's all covered in copper dust because it just recently did a whole bunch of copper work. And that stuff gets everywhere. Couldn't do it outside this time just because of, well, rain and stuff. But used to have an electrical switch on it. Electrical switch burned out. Then I just went to go ahead and plugging, not the safest thing, just plugging and unplugging it to turn it on and off. It's not a hardwired in machine or anything, so it's on an extension cord and runs just fine off of 110 current.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we do have
So,
plans for this over on our
Yep.
website.
Yeah, we do have plans for this. We do not have the upgraded plans as far as with the thicker spring and all this stuff and this yet. I still have my guy working on that. He's been working on it forever, since Easter's, of like last Easter's. And hopefully one day he'll get me the plans for it. Well, until that day happens, I can't promise any of them out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's just a mechanical helve hammer. I modeled it a lot. Obviously, I've added some different things. I've added a few different things that a Bradley hammer doesn't have, but I modeled it a lot off of a Bradley helve hammer. Bradley helve hammers, they had a type of hammer that had this exact thing going on. So they had where it's gripped right here in the center, and it lifts up and down, and it was really nice and controlled. It's a really old power hammer. Bradley helve hammers are. You've also seen probably some Bradley strap hammers or Bradley beam hammers, and they usually have a lift point very similar to like an Appalachian style power hammer, helve hammer that you guys have seen, and those are on the back. But because of space concerns, I couldn't have this clear out here. I couldn't have this big old long truck thing out back. And after reviewing some slow-mo footage of one where people have built them where they're way back here, the whip was all wrong on it. I didn't like how the whip was working on the springs, so I changed that design to go like this, and this is a much stouter option in my opinion, and a lot more control. So it doesn't have like run-down whip, so to speak. The other type, it would flex here or flex down, and then this would flex up and flex down. So you get this like butterflying effect on it, and they seemed really erratic for the Appalachian style. That could probably be fixed with just stiffer springs or more of them. I went with this style here, so it's more of like a mechanical lift and drop, if you will. And so all of the flick and all of the motion is right out here at the end, at the front of the spring pack, if you will. So when this comes up and flicks, all the spring is flexing right in here. Some of it will flex back up in here, you'll see it, but most of it is flexing right in this junction in here, which gives it kind of a real hard crack. So I can punch above its weight class. This thing's only like a 37-pound hammer. Originally was, and then I've added this extra weight on here, the bigger dies, making it about a 70-pound ram total. 70 to 75-pound ram weight in total of sitting there. It's kind of hard to gauge because you have all the rest of this block and tackle that kind of all adds to it, but the ram itself weighs close to 70 pounds now. What else?
All right. Let's see. Oh, Granddad's Forge says, if I come into some money, I'll get you a little giant.
Appreciate that. Make it a 250-pounder, would you? I like those. Or a 500-pounder. I like those bigger hammers that way, them old beasts.
Brothers Forge said, any future plans or inventions coming up?
Good question. Yes, so I have had a lot of stuff that I have had to put on the shelf. A lot of stuff I've had to put on the shelf. I have an air hammer that I'm building. Eventually, I got all the steel for it. I got the cylinders, I got valves, I got things like that for it. I just have not had the time to build it. So I've got what do you call a utility air hammer, something very similar to like an Iron Kiss or a Big Blue or something of that nature. You know, you run it off an extra compressor. I have a build coming up where I will be building a very large compressor, 100-gallon tank compressor, actually 175-gallon tank air compressor. I've got something like that I've got to build out yet, but all that's going to take time. I did have plans on doing that this upcoming year into next year, but then God led us to this house and this new shop, and so now I think that my focus is probably going to be more towards the restoration work of the new shop and getting into that first before I kind of deviate and go make other things. So I'm going to be really focused on that. There's a lot of things that I don't have, like timber slicks, and I don't have certain woodworking tools, adzes and axes and broad axes and things like that. So I'll probably be getting into making some of those with my own personal flair. So you guys will see that. I will probably lean very heavily on maybe somebody like John Switzer over at Black Bear Forge, considering he makes a lot of that type of woodworking tooling, and I might be picking his brain quite a bit on that. So you guys can get prepared to look at that. My own twist to it is I plan on using wrought iron for the body and welding in the bits. So for like the timber slick, for like the timber slick, that's where some of the more advanced welding is going to be coming in. So I've mentioned that before. So some of that advanced welding will be going on that to take and weld up like the timber slick. Again with the broad axe, that's going to be a welded in bit, as well as my different hewing and carving implements around doing the woodwork on the barn. So we'll have to see how that works. See how it works out. I'm planning on learning through this whole process. That's a big deal. So as far as inventions and things of that nature, I've got several on the go. I've got some plans I've got some different scrolling jigs and things that I just need to fabricate up. That way I can put some plans out there on the market that are really helpful for if you're in a small shop, so you can produce some pretty large scrolls without having to take and wrap a bar around and around and around and do it outside like I've done in the past. If you remember those scrolls that I did for that one cross I was making.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, those were 8-foot long bars that I was scrolling up, and when that was done, the scrolls are only that tall by that wide, but 8-foot long bars, went into that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Of 1 inch round.
Yeah, that's some pretty massive stuff.
There's some pretty big, massive scrolls there, but again, the tooling I'm designing for that will help greatly with that in a small ornamental fab shop. Some mechanized stuff. I can't give out too much information because I just don't want to get you guys' hopes up. Martin Madolin over at MS Blades, he's been asking forever for a rolling mill. I do have kind of a plan for doing one of those, and it's a more simplified Hugh McDonald. I don't know if you guys know him or not. I believe he's Australian, and he does a rolling mill. Just search around for him on YouTube, and he does it. He does a rolling mill that would look pretty neat, and I got a little different design in mind for something very similar. With off the shelf parts, not technically his design, but rolling mills have been around forever. But I have my own ideals about it, so we'll see if those pan out.
Paranoid, we will be closest to Lake Huron, the sunrise side, as they like to promote it. Robert Hall, yes, Roy's saying he's going to be doing some woodworking in relation to the restoration of the barn.
Yep. Now, woodworking's not my strong suit, and I will say finished carpentry, like really fine carpentry, and using, using all the different stuff, miter saws and all this other stuff. I'm not good at those sort of things, but like rough framing, I can put up a building. That's not hard. I have done some kind of traditional joinery before, wood joinery before. but that very, very, very limited. Just kind of me fooling around with one joint, right? Like this is not me claiming or professing to be a good woodworker, but I plan on learning a bunch, and I plan on bringing everybody along for the ride as I go along. So,
Lou, Alan Van, have a good night.
Yep, thank you, Lou. Thank you for being here. Alan Van, thank you for being here. Thank you all for the great super chats as well. Some people have been doing that. If you guys have needed to get out of here, so I understand.
Robert Hall says, how big is the new barn shop going to be?
Okay, so the new barn shop is a 40-foot by 50-foot building. That's its footprint, but it is 2.5, almost 3 stories tall. So one shop, the one place that has electric and concrete already in it, although not great concrete and not great electricity, that is about about triple the size of this shop right here. Just in of itself. That area there is sectioned off, it's kind of walled off. That will become like the fabrication side of things and like fine finishing room and things of that nature. The loft above it is going to become a cool hangout place and an office. So it will be a loft. So the loft above it is a giant loft. And we're planning on turning that into a nice little sitting area and hangout area where we can entertain people, and we have classes. It's a cool place to sit and chill, and
break room.
We'll basically have water, and we'll have a full out fridge there, and things to kind of make snacks and whatever and stuff like that. Outside that's kind of long-term plan for the loft, and it will overlook the forging area. And then so the rest of the forging area is comprised of let's see here. So since it's 40 by 50, that'll be 30-foot by 40-foot area. It will be the forging area, just the forging area alone. So, yeah, and we plan on leaving it pretty darn open because I like the openness of it.
Yeah, somebody was saying earlier, they're like, you're going to need to insulate it. It's going to be a lot colder than you're used to.
It's going to be epic. I don't think I'm going to insulate, probably, most likely. There'll be plenty of options for smaller areas for me to make break rooms and things like that will be heated. Like the office space, that'll be heated. It'll have a heated office space, so I won't really worry about that too much. I'm pretty cold hardy, and I spend 12 hours a day usually out in this shop. Anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. Doesn't matter if it's rain, shine, heat, snow, negative 20. I've been out here negative 30 before, consistently, and so not a big concern for me.
Red Barn Forge says you're gonna get lost in there.
I will. I'll just wander around in circles for hours.
Tommy Wright says keep the office space heater because Jessica needs to stay warm whether you do or not.
Yep, that's true. That's true. So, all right, last question.
Okay. Donald Roberts says, are you going to get back to your 3 at 3?
So we probably won't. No real telling right now on the 3 at 3s. We kind of terminated the series, and the 3 minutes at 3 actually was hurting our channel's performance. Long run. So it was actually hurting our regular videos. So
the videos kind of clashed with our audience since we're not primarily a business related channel.
Yeah, so YouTube didn't know how to serve it, and so therefore looking back at the math and the numbers, if you look at our growth on YouTube, we're getting a lot of people, a lot of subscribers, a lot of growth this way. And then we started doing a lot of 3 at 3s and doing a lot of live streaming. And when we were doing that, we thought we were doing good, but actually our numbers started going like this. They started going right down, and they just kept going down. And then when we discontinued, we were unfortunately unable to do live streams twice a week like we were doing them. We were kind of overdoing them. When we wasn't able to do that, we saw it kind of spike back up, but it was still on a downward trend. And then when we canceled off doing the 3 at 3s anymore, it started growing again. So now we're back in growing mode by not doing the 3 at 3s. So most likely we won't continue that. if anything, we might do some other just quick business series, business talks type things interdispersed.
Yep.
And those tend to do well, and we'll usually do those around a product of some kind, you know, saying like a hook or how to market this or how to sell that. We'll do that, but we won't do an entire series.
All right, well, we are just hitting our 3-hour mark, and your dad
Wow.
dropped in a time comment. So yeah, it's definitely after 10:30.
Yeah, it's time for us to quit. Parents are tired of watching our kids. So, anyways, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you for watching this video, however long it may be. How many people we got in the chat?
115.
Wow, that's amazing that we kept 115 people here and semi-interested in what I'm saying, you know, and what we've been doing. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's let them all have a look at your pretty face before we go, so we can say goodbye.
It was fine.
So we can say goodbye, Papa. Let me turn it around. Haha. Oh, say hi, Jessica.
Hi. You've heard me this whole time.
Yeah, you've heard her voice in the back. So, again, thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this live stream. Congratulations to all the winners tonight. Again, make sure you get with us at christcenterforge@gmail.com. We will make sure that we get out all those things to you. Thank you to all of our channel sponsors that have made this video possible by watching all these things. I love seeing every last one of you on here, and I'm kind of missing seeing everybody's faces, their little icons. I've kind of missed that. So, again, thank you so much. God bless each and every last one of you, and we'll catch up with you on the next one. So the next live stream will probably be in the new shop. So that's exciting, huh? That's exciting. So we will catch you on the other side, and we will see you all in Michigan.
That's weird to say.
It's weird to say that, ain't it? So, all right. So good night, everybody. God bless you, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.